What's up, everybody, to the greatest podcast, the world's greatest podcast out there right now. This is it podcast, and I can't do that. As always, man. I got my man Phenom 202. But look, everybody, Cola won't be making it today. She won't be making it today. She's busy on her schedule, but she does plan to be back next week. But you got us here for now, and we're gonna do our thing, man. Phenom, what's going on, brother?
Phenom 202 DJ representative. Good to see you tonight, brother.
Yeah,
Um,
man.
you know what I'm saying? Waiting on hopefully Ali will jump on sometime so he on CPT time right now. But
CP.
yeah, yo, I'm interested about this topic tonight, man.
Yeah.
Feeling good, trying to feel good, trying to keep
Mhm.
spirits up, trying to just be Phenom again. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Feel you,
So
man. I
yeah, man.
see. Look, before we get going on this topic, if everybody doesn't know, I'm going to let you guys know right now. We are Commander fans, formerly Redskins. We are Washington Commander fans.
You see the W every
And
week. hmm
let me tell you, I was ecstatic when we won the game off the Hail Mary pass, yo. Bro, I was running. I was hyped because you normally don't get Hail Marys. And then to have a Hail Mary be at the end of the game and then to catch it and win the game, man, come on, yo. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was definitely a good feeling in the DC area, man. Like I said, we finally got a quarterback, finally got a team. We 6-2, baby. And wait,
Yeah,
what's
man.
Chicago at tonight? Chicago ain't up here tonight. I mean, where he
Yeah, we're
at?
Chicago
Yeah,
Cubs, man. We're
I
Chicago Cubs.
he ain't up
What's
on here
going on?
tonight, so he can be
I
talk
know.
that stuff, yo. Know what I'm saying?
That's right.
But yeah, no, it was an amazing though. Like NFL, though, that's my thing, yo. Know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I grew up a hooper, played in college, but
Yeah.
um, NFL was one of my. I love football. I'm a diehard Redskins Commanders fan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, I just like good football anyway. And to see
Mm,
something like that happen, you rarely see a Hail Mary get completed like that at the end of the game
exactly.
for the win. It
Hmm.
was. I like being on talk radio, like, as far as our team being on the airways,
Yeah.
Mike and Mike,
Yeah.
or not Mike and Mike,
Hmm.
like Get Up or whatever, and all that stuff. But no, it's good, man. It was good to see Chicago go down, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I'm no hate on Chicago because Chicago's they're doing their thing. They got a new young quarterback too. But look, the Redskins had to take the game at the
Yeah,
end. So
yeah,
I'm excited about that, man. I'm really excited
yeah.
about that. Hey,
But
Valerie, how you doing?
hey, Valerie.
Welcome, welcome. And
But I
look,
will say this though,
everybody,
Corey. Oh, Hollywood, him coming
Hollywood
in
has
here with
showed up.
had some kid stuff going on. There's always some kid stuff going on, yo.
I mean,
Yeah,
it don't
man.
matter. I mean, it's obviously y'all don't like me, yo. Like I said, niggas hold the pod for everybody else. I didn't get a text. Was like, oh, you go to come. I ain't getting nothing.
Bruh,
I'm all
we
good.
come. This ain't
It's
nothing
all
new. We've
good.
been doing this shit for like 8 months, bruh.
Dog, if y'all don't
Every
show up,
Wednesday
I'd be
at
like,
9.
yo, I'd be like, yo, send a text. Be like, yo, everything good? Like, y'all don't give a fuck
What
about
are
me.
you
It's
talking
all,
No,
it's
about,
all
man?
we
good.
love
It's
you,
all
man. You
good.
know you're gonna show
No,
up, yo. We talk
no,
shit. You know, get
it's
Ali on
over.
CPT time tonight, yo.
It's over. It's over. I'm good.
Is
Y'all
it
hold it.
overtime?
It's.
Pause.
I know what it
Y'all pause
was.
live for everybody else. Everybody else live get
Who's
paused.
everybody else? It's only
We
us
don't pause.
three,
We don't pause
Yes,
a
both
lot.
of y'all. We don't pause live for both of y'all. It's all
bruh.
good. Go ahead. Go. No,
Y'all get
go.
on them.
Go.
Get on them, Valerie. Get on them, Julesy. Get on them, Mary.
Go
Should
ahead.
have been you at CP time.
Yeah, but
I'm
it's good to
good.
see you tonight, man. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Yeah, glad to have you here, man. We got some
Mm-hmm.
topics and things talk about. We were talking about the Redskins, Commanders. How's
Y'all keep
how's
talking.
your team doing,
Y'all keep talking without me, man.
bro?
I'm
Go
right
ahead,
here.
man. Stop it. Stop it.
Go ahead.
Stop it.
Go
Stop it.
ahead.
Stop it.
I'm just here for background noise today. Let's go.
Stop it. Stop.
All right,
Stop.
all right. Valerie
Valerie
said we
saying,
got
"Hug it out, guys."
hugs. Virtual hugs, Joe. Virtual hugs, Joe.
We do
No,
one
they
of
saying they
these.
saying 30 years of friendship right here, yo. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. I would say this though: Chicago ain't got our quarterback, so we good, yo.
Oh, we good. We definitely good.
Yeah, we good, yo. It's good,
We
good
definitely
feeling,
good,
yo.
man. I mean, I'm just happy with the guy. Honestly, I'm really happy with the guy. Don't know what to
Yeah.
say about my Lakers though. They lost to the Suns.
No, they good, man.
Um,
They all right. They
but
better
I
than I
think the
thought they'd
Lakers
be.
are gonna be all right. I think they're gonna be all right. I think they're gonna be all right. Your team play tonight though, don't it?
Oh, we super smashing the Celtics right now.
Yeah, that's right. The Pacers versus the Celtics.
We up
Yeah.
20. And we smacking hands, kissing babies, all that shit, yo. We good
Wait a
tonight.
minute. Y'all up 20?
Oh yeah, we whipping their ass right now, yo.
On the
Got it in the
Celtics?
background. Yeah, man. What you
Holy
thought this
shit.
was, yo? This ain't no
Oh,
game, yo.
damn. All right.
So
Damn, I didn't know that.
yeah.
So, I already told guys early, if y'all, those that are just joining in now, that Cola's not able to make it this week. She's got other engagements going on, but she does plan to be back next week. So, we're going to keep this moving. Oh, Chicago Cubs has come into the building. Chicago, we were waiting for you, bruh. We were
Yeah,
waiting
man.
for you.
You see this? You see the W on the hat? That's a win right there, yo. Oh my
Hey.
goodness, it's a win, yo.
Did you?
Yeah.
I mean, look, Chi-Town, Chicago. Look, we love you, bro, but we had to do it, man. The Hail Mary, yo, that was that. Look, the ball bounced in our favor in a good way,
Yeah.
But it just so happened that wasn't the guy like being braggadocious to the crowd when they threw the pass
And
shit?
that's what made it sweeter, yo. So anybody who
Yeah.
didn't see it, if they lived under a rock and didn't see this highlight everywhere, the Chicago defensive back Tyreek Stevenson was talking shit to the crowd, waving to him, telling him to shut up, bye bye,
Yeah.
all that stuff, and then he the one that tipped the ball to the dude that won the game, yo.
I know,
You know what I'm
right?
saying? So poetic justice in form, yo. But,
Chicago saying we pulled that out of the magic hat. You look, that's why it's called a Hail Mary. You throw it up and just pray. But it's a 1 in a million shot, but we got the one shot though. We got it, so I was happy about that. Now I doubt we'll be able to do that again this season, but
we don't need to.
we
yo.
got that.
We good,
Yeah,
yo.
we got that one though.
You know what I'm saying?
So anything else you want to talk about before we roll up into at least one of these topics and things?
Not ready, man.
All right, so let me go ahead and put this up because this actually came out like real recent, like yesterday. And we were talking about it. Actually, let me put it up on the big screen here. Just go ahead. So Marlon Wayans, this is on his Instagram, says we're back after nearly 20 years. The Wayans brothers are finally going to give the fans what they've been asking for: a return to the scary movie franchise. We're looking forward to having fun on the big screen again. Look, man, once I saw this, the first thing my mind went is I was like, wait a minute. I know they've done like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these scary movies, but they didn't write any of them though. They only wrote the first one and the second one. 3, 4, and 5, and all those other scary movies that they've had spinoffs, they never wrote any of those. So they wrote 1 and 2, and the last one that they wrote was in 2001. So I was like, damn, it really was 20 years ago. So I guess the question is, man, yeah,
They
go
had
ahead.
an issue though.
Yeah.
You echo. Am I echoing?
No.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, you echoing. You are echoing.
So it might be
Really?
Corey.
Yeah, it was me last time. I had to go out and come back
It
here.
ain't me this time, yo.
I don't hear echo. You still hear echo? Oh.
I was having last.
And I
All right,
muted my mic.
let me roll out and come back in with y'all. You go ahead and with your thoughts on that, Pheno.
Yeah. Am I still echoing?
Yeah, you are.
I don't know what. Let me wait till Corey get there.
You're not echoing now. Whatever you just did.
Oh, so it's Corey again. But no, do you think fans were really clamoring for this shit, or you think he just wanted to circle the block on Scary Movie?
I mean, they did well with Scary Movie. You probably talked to the wrong person because honestly, I'm not. I watch scary movies, but I'm not like a super big scary movie fanatic. So I wasn't really checking for it. But I think probably it might be too because I mean they definitely got a little bit corny. I mean I know they weren't involved in the ones that were corny, but yeah, I don't think anybody was like asking for it.
Yeah. So Corey, do you think were you asking for a Scary Movie 7?
Well, this is gonna be Scary Movie 6. No, I wasn't asking for a Scary Movie 6.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, this is gonna be 6. I wasn't asking for it. Do I understand why they want to take it back over and kind of resurge this? Because it's been about 20 years for a new generation. I get why. especially when they've been out of the mix for over 20 years, because all them other ones were bad. I mean, they got ridiculous after a while. Scary Movie 3, 4, and 5. Then they did teen movie and then superhero movie. It was so many of them running off each other. It wasn't even really funny anymore. And I stopped watching them like a lot of other people.
Mm-hmm.
But the Scary Movie was really good. At least the first two I thought were good. But I like to see what they're going to do. Honestly, I would like to see what they're going to do coming back on this though. That's just my personal opinion.
So do you think the original people in it, because the original people like Regina Hall, she blew up. And she was one of the staples of it. Her and Anna Faris or whatever.
Yeah, and the
Um,
first was in it.
they was in a lot of them. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But the Anna Faris had her own TV show, Mom, for a while, and then Regina
Mhm.
Hall has been in a whole bunch of stuff. Do you think they circled the block? I mean, Regina Hall like 50 something.
I mean, they probably
Yeah,
will just for this, just because the Wayans brothers as a
yeah.
comeback,
They'll probably give him some cameos.
and they'll probably
Probably
get
cameos.
and then I'm sure there's a check involved. It's funny because when Marlon was on Breakfast Club, he had mentioned like something was coming up, but I was hoping it was gonna be in Living Color thing.
Yeah.
I ended I was kind of disappointed when I heard about Scary Movie. I was like, oh man.
Well, yeah, I think the disappointment is justified because we've aged out of it. I mean, when Scary Movie came out, it was in 2000 and 2001. I mean, we were barely 20 something years old, so we've aged out of it. But I think the reason why they want to do it is for a new generation of folks to keep it. That's why I think they want to do it. Now, will I go check it out just for grins and giggles? Yeah, I'll check it out. I may not like it because I'm probably aged out of it though. That's just the thing.
Yeah, I mean, I I can dumb down my humor for certain movies. Like I said, Scary Movie. I mean, they made a lot of money. They made 5 of them joints,
They,
so it was
they made a
making
killing.
some money. So they had, and also, when you have those scary movies, they can just that the real scary movies that come out and they spoof it.
Hmm.
That content's always going to be there, whether they do like Paranormal Activity or Scream
Yeah, they
or
did
or
that.
that
Yeah.
type shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but they did have some classic moments though in the scary movie franchise, like
Oh yeah.
Homeboy with the hand. He had like the fake hand, the small hand,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
like the butler dude. Yeah, yeah. So, but no, it has some iconic scenes. It was like real raunchy, like having sex with ghosts and all that shit. So yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. And remember when I'm trying to think, was this the part?
It was
I'm not
raunchy
sure.
though. That's some raunchy scenes.
yeah.
Yeah, because I was going to say I think this had the one where the girl was a virgin and she was about to have sex for the first time and the guy exploded and she flew up on the ceiling and got stuck. I mean, it
Yeah,
was it was some
with the
it was
man
some
bill.
raunchy
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
in there.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
yeah.
always over the top. I mean, like that's kind of the Wayan brothers humor though. Like I
Yeah.
said, from a living color to this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But the first one is a classic. I gotta go back and watch the others. So
Yeah.
I think
Uh
the issue is Corey when you share something,
yeah, I
it
got
makes
it
me
out.
echo.
No, you echoing again.
What? All right. So I'll remove that. Are you echoing now?
I don't know, am I? Nope.
No.
That's what
So
it
that's the issue. Look
is.
at you. Look at that. Um,
We've solved the crime.
Yeah, but even like a scary movie when Regina Hall, when she was in the movie theater, she was doing the black lady stereotype, screaming at the screen and all that stuff. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But I love Regina Hall. Yo. I think she fine as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like she's
Oh my
silly,
God,
she
yes.
fine. She from the
Yeah.
district where I'm from, so
She's from
yeah.
DC? Get out of
Show
here.
is yo, show is yo. You know what I'm
Bruh,
saying?
I didn't know that. I did not know she was from the DC area. Yeah, I've always had a crush on Regina Hall. Like she's funny, she has humor, uh, and she fine.
Yeah,
Like honestly, like shit, how can you not get up on that for real?
yeah.
Uh go ahead.
No, what I was going to say, because it had me thinking. I know I mean, I don't know if we will get into it right now or not, but it was kind of thinking. 'Cause I was watching, I was up at night, and you remember the movie Hot Shots with Charlie Sheen, the school
Yeah.
movie?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was funny.
That's
yeah.
actually really funny, yo. It was like a Rambo type movie. You know know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it had me thinking about different. When you talk about this, it had me thinking about different spoof movies and stuff like that that really did well. And
Yeah.
you know, it's all the spoof movies always been in our
Always been in the
ethos.
zeitgeist. You know,
Yeah,
always been hanging around and circling. Always. Yeah. Hot Shots was funny because what was it really a spoof off of? Like Rambo or something like that?
Rambo and all that stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
With
I was
Charlie Sheen. That shit was funny.
or was it Top Gun? One of them was
It was, I
Top
think it was a
Gun. A
combination of both.
combination of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It was, yeah. Probably those action movies like Top Gun, Rambo, stuff like that. Yeah. It definitely had Top Gun in it, though.
yeah,
Hot
yeah,
Shots was funny.
yeah. It was a parody of Top Gun. Like, yeah, it said it was a parody of Top Gun. Spoof in 9.5 weeks, The Fabulous Baker Boys, Dances with Wolves, Marathon Man, Rocky, Superman, Gone with the Wind. Yeah,
Golly.
so they did everything, yo.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah,
Spoof movies.
yeah, they did everything in that one.
Yeah,
Yeah. S- Yo, you gotta get it for spoof movies. They have an audience and if they're done right, they'll kill it at the box
I
office.
mean,
I
yeah,
mean,
of
honestly.
course, the greatest one ever is, Airplane. They got
I
the whole
just recently
franchise.
watched Airplane.
Yeah, they got the whole franchise off that. So,
Hmm.
hmm
Airplane, yeah.
That's
Val
one
said
of the
it.
first
Yeah,
ones.
Leslie Nielsen's definitely the goat at these movies. Yo,
Oh, absolutely.
he was hilarious. Yo, all the naked guns,
all the Naked Guns.
the naked guns was hilarious.
All the
Yeah,
Naked Guns, man.
and I only
Yeah.
know him. I only know him from when he was old, like when he was in Airplane and the Naked Guns. But he had a whole bunch of serious shit back in like the 50s and 60s and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't even know that.
And he used to date Dorothy on Golden Girls, yo.
What?
On Golden Girls, not in real life, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So, but yeah, Leslie Nielsen. I mean, we get a lot of these older people towards the end of their career, but he made a killing off the Airplanes and Naked
Yeah,
Guns, yo.
Naked Gun. His comedic timing is just so good. And the
hmm
faces he makes, and he's just perfect for that. Like, really, Leslie Nielsen, I think, is probably like if you want to get a good spoof movie, he's got to be in it. He's the top. He's the top. Yeah, he's the top.
Definitely, yo.
Yeah,
And
Naked
also
Gun.
with the spoof movies, yo, I love how they do like the double entendres, like the double meanings of stuff. Like I remember in Naked Gun, when I can't remember the lady he was talking to. He's like, wow, like I like to see your stuff. I like to stuff your beaver. He's like, oh, it's already stuffed. It had a actual stuffed beaver, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
like the
yeah.
sexual innuendo and all that stuff with the
Hmm.
props and all that. And
I love that.
yeah, I mean it's just smartly written. But you know, the king of spoofs, like he made his money off this was Mel Brooks, yo.
Mel Brooks. Yes. Call it,
Mel
yo.
Brooks is the godfather of this show.
Yeah, yeah. Nobody does it better. Nobody can write a
Yeah,
better
Blazing
script
Saddles
in a
definitely.
film.
Blazing
Blazing
Saddles
Saddles.
definitely one of the greatest movies ever made.
I think that was his first one, wasn't it? I think so. Blazing
His first
Saddles.
spoof movie?
I think so. I think
I
Blazing
don't
Saddles.
know.
Maybe not, but I think it was Blazing Saddles.
But Blazing Saddles it stands up today, yo. It's funny, it's silly, and the jokes are good. I mean, jokes
Yeah.
have to be good if you're
Hmm.
gonna want to spoof something or make fun of stuff. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
But this came out in '74.
Whoa. Blazing Saddles came out in 1974.
'74.
Wow, yo. I did not know that. I did not know that. But you know what? When I think back at it, some of the actors that were in it makes sense now, when I think about some of the actors, especially the black sheriff,
Oh,
so
Cleavon Little. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Gene Wilder, Slim
yeah.
Pickens. I didn't know Richard Pryor wrote on this. Hmm. But it makes sense
Really?
though. Yeah, he was a
Okay.
co-wrote the screenplay with Mel Brooks show. Um, yeah,
But the thing is though, is Mel Brooks, I give it up for Blazing Saddles. I give it up for Blazing Saddles. But I think Mel Brooks is like the king project of all of his to me is Spaceballs. When I think of spoof movies that to me that stood the test of time, at least for me, that are funny as shit, like I can watch Spaceballs to this day, yo. Something about Spaceballs, yo, just fucks me up. There's too many parts in that movie. There's a spoof on Star Wars, but Lord Helmet and all that.
hmm
I think Spaceballs is Mel Brooks. I think that's his best. He's done some good ones though. Don't get me wrong. Like Robin Hood, King of Thieves, stuff like that. But
Robin
I
Hood,
think
Men in Tights.
Men
Men in
Tights.
Tights. I'm sorry, Men in
Yeah,
Tights. I said King of Thieves.
no,
But I
Robin
think
Hood, Men in Tights is
Spaceballs is
funny,
it.
yo.
I think
Yeah.
Spaceballs is it. Yeah, at least for me.
I mean,
What
it's gonna be up there with Blaze. Some people gonna be like Blazing Saddles. Some people gonna be like Spaceball. Depends what generation you came in. You know what I'm saying?
man, it's Spaceballs.
Of
Come
course, you're
on,
gonna
yo.
say you primarily grew up in the '80s, yo. So it's
I
gonna always
did.
be that.
Because I had
And
never seen a spoof movie really until I seen Spaceballs. I saw bits and pieces of Airplane, but I didn't really see the whole movie because I was too young. But Spaceballs was the first one that I actually seen, and I was like, yo, this shit is funny, yo. Fucking hilarious.
yeah, Julesy, Young Frankenstein, Terry Garr, R.I.P.
Yeah, she died
Like
today. Yeah, I saw that.
yesterday,
Yeah,
I think
yesterday
yesterday.
maybe it was. Yeah, it was like
Golly, I
really.
forgot about Young Frankenstein. Mel Brooks did that too.
Mel
Mhm.
Brooks did that.
God, I forgot about that with Gene Wilder. Yeah.
hmm And it's
Golly.
funny though, like when you hear like when Terry Garr died, I haven't heard that name in ages. You know what I'm saying? But I knew who she was, but I knew her from Mr. Mom. Like she played Michael Keaton's wife in Mr. Mom. That's how I was introduced to her. But I'm pretty sure everybody else was introduced her in different, TV or film. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Mr. Mom was one of those movies I loved too, yo. Growing up, with Michael
Yeah,
Keaton.
I don't. Yeah, Mike. Yeah, that was funny.
Well,
Yeah,
look,
yeah.
I got a clip with one of my favorite parts in Spaceballs, man. We're gonna see if we can hear this. Can y'all hear it?
Sir? What?
Yeah.
Are we being too literal?
No, you fool. We're following orders. We were told to comb the desert, so we're combing it.
Found anything yet? Nothing yet, sir. How about you? Not a thing, sir. What about you guys? We ain't found shit.
Oh shit.
Yo,
And who's that black guy right there? Because he's in a lot of stuff, yo.
I don't know.
It's like
But this is what
actors who
he's
be in
known for.
everything. Actors who be in everything, and you don't
This
know
is
their
what he's
names.
known for real. This is the best shit. That line right there. I remember watching that as a kid and immediately cracked up because I just knew, like, look, he's doing a joke though about the difference between, the black comb and combs that Caucasians would usually have, right? And he gave us the pick. And I just
Yeah.
thought that shit was hilarious, yo. Like, yeah, compared to combing the desert with the little small comb, yeah, you ain't gonna find shit with that. But I just thought it was hilarious, yo. That was classic Mel Brooks show. Just too fucking funny, man. Just too fucking funny. Love that. Love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got another movie that give it up to the Wayans Brothers that we haven't talked about, but this grew up. This is our genre. Don't Be a Menace while drinking juice in the hood. It's probably one of the funniest spoof movies you can find and that's what I like, yo. They took all the black cinema in the '90s that were like Don't Be a Menace, Menace to Society,
Yeah.
Juice, Boys in the Hood.
Boys
You know
in
what I'm
the
saying?
Hood.
So, and
Yeah.
combine all those elements and made a funny ass spoof movie,
Yeah.
yo. And it had some classic lines in it. You know what I'm saying? Had Lorenz Tate brother in it. He was older than
Yes. Yes.
he was older than probably Deshaun Wayans or whatever, yo. But
Yes. Do you think that there were times that it went a little over the top, at least for me? And this is just me. I think it is funny, but I thought that there were times when I was like, okay, it's going it's a little too over the
like,
top,
what's an example?
Like the character that Marlon was playing. I knew what he was doing, but I felt like sometimes he was a little over the top. Like now he's gotten to a groove where he knows he's found the zone, like the middle ground. But I think because that was so early on, I think he was really giving a little too much to his character, where it was kind of like, okay, it's kind of hokey a little bit, It's just me, but that's just me.
I can see that. But
I mean, his
think
brother's the most laid back person in there, though. I don't know. Maybe I'm off. You said
talking about
Marlon. Oh, you said
Marlon.
My bad.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think I was
Not
thinking
Sean.
Sean.
Not Sean. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. No, Marlon.
Yeah, because Marlon had the baby pacifier on his hair. You know, it was just a
Mhm.
that was just the only thing. That was the only thing about the movie that I was like, I think he could have scaled it back a couple of notches, and I think he would have been good.
I
But
mean,
it's
that's
still a
it, but
funny movie though.
that's always his comedic style, yo. On the Wayans Brothers, he was always over the top. He's like the slapstick comedy, the physical comedy. That was his thing.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So I
Like I
already kind
loved
of
him on
knew.
White Chicks. I thought White Chicks
I
he
don't
was
like that
perfect.
movie, yo. I know I don't like that movie.
Well, okay, I'm not saying the movie. I'm talking about when he played like the Mexican guy in the very beginning of
Yeah, and the bodega.
that's he was in the sweet spot there. Like he was able to play it and do the thing. He was combing his hair over. Like
Yeah,
he had found his sweet spot as far as how to give it, bring it back, how to give it back. I think in the movie he was on 10 the whole time. And a lot of things, and just like a comedian, you gotta take us on a roller coaster so that it lands better. That was all, but
I mean, he had like in Don't Be a Menace, he had like the stupid facial expressions and stuff like that. But
yeah,
he had
true.
some funny lines, yo. Like the
He did
"Do we
have
have a
funny lines.
problem?" line was funny when he opened up the mail truck. Do we have a problem? It had the rocket or whatever, the missile. Um, but I'll give you one of my favorite parts of Don't Be a Menace was they was in a warehouse and they was about to jump this dude into the game and they were just
Mm.
talking shit to him and then it pans out and they start doing double dutch. So I like that kind of smart stuff, yo.
And
Um,
then Keenan Ivory Wayans coming up and saying message at different
message
parts of
every
the movie. That little bit of thing, everybody remembers that. Like I remember that. I was like, that's just funny, because it wasn't, it was a good movie. I'm not gonna lie, it was a good
no, it
movie.
was, and then he popped up saying message because in all these black movies, it was always a
It's
message
always
that's
a
being
message.
conveyed. So he come up there and make
Yeah,
you know. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? But
yeah. There's a
but let
lot
me,
of
Yeah,
these spoof
yeah,
movies.
yeah. There
yeah.
are a lot of movies. I want to shout to Road Trip. This is a good one. I've only seen it once. It's been a long time since I've seen Spinal
Mm.
Tap, like the
It's
Rock
funny.
joint, the mockumentary type of shit. That shit was
Yep,
funny. So
yep.
no, that was a throwback. And then
That's an OG one. Mhm.
oh yeah, and Juicy hit me with a he OG'd. I don't even know. Do you know what OG'd is?
Nah,
Phenom, do
you
you know
know?
what OG'd is?
Was that from Don't Be a Menace?
Mm-mm.
The OG.
Nah, I don't know.
What's another?
Overgold.
Yeah, related back to the
Overgold.
way.
Oh.
Don't, I'm gonna get you, sucker, yo.
Oh, okay. Yes. I'm gonna get you, sucker. Yeah.
Oh, that's all right. That might be my Phenom's personal favorite spoof movie, yo, for the black exploitation movies, yo.
I
Because
would agree.
this shit is classic. And he had the who's who of they got Kadeem Hardison, you
Yeah.
got Damon Wayans, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? You got Isaac Hayes,
Yeah, that's right. Isaac Hayes was in it.
Jim Brown.
Jim Brown there in the back. Of course, Keenan Ivory Wayans,
Yeah.
and then the other black guy that was in a lot of black movies back in the day.
I never knew. I can't remember his
I can't
name. I'm
remember
pretty
his
sure somebody
name.
tell us, yo.
And then
But he played
that's the guy from Hustle, Starsky and Hutch. Wasn't he like the guy from Starsky and
Antonio
Hutch, the black
Fargas,
guy?
yo. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. That
Yep.
was one of
He
the
was a
funniest scenes there,
Huggy
actually, where
Bear.
he comes out of jail. He been in jail for like 30
He gets
years.
walking. It's like, oh look, he got fish in his shoes.
Yeah,
The
that was
music was playing.
hilarious,
That
yo.
motherfucker was walking. I was like, oh shit, he's bald.
He actually had fish in his shoes. Yo,
Yeah,
he thought he
yo.
was cool as shit. He's like, yo, I'm gonna wear my fly shit coming out of jail. Yo, I'm about to kill him today. Yo, if you look in the background, I mean, you probably can't see it, but there's a guy right there in the background behind him over his right
Laughing.
shoulder, laughing his ass off, yo. Like this
But
was
everybody
funny.
was laughing because he
I
had his
was gonna
theme
say,
music.
yeah, when he was walking, yeah, everybody was laughing at him.
Everybody was
And he
laughing,
turned
yeah.
around, his musicians was laughing at him and pointing and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what somebody. Oh, my bad. Whereas they was like, wow, look at his shoes. I was like, ooh, it's got fish in them. It's like, it was crazy.
Oh, the
That was
70s
good.
was wild, yo.
I think
But
I
no,
Gotta Get You Sucker is definitely right up there as far as making a spoof of black exploitation movies. Yeah.
yeah. And I know we talked about it in the past, but like I think I got to credit Ollie on this one, yo. This was like when Shorty got comfortable at the crib and start taking off her hair, her nails, her butt, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
The original, the BBLs and all that stuff back then. Like the
Yes. She
fake
took off
women.
her breasts, her butt, her leg, her hair. But she started off with the small stuff first. Like she said, these nails aren't really mine. These eyelashes aren't really mine. Then she took her hair off. Then she took her, her bra off or her boobs. That shit was crazy. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, it was, yo. But no, that's a good. I mean,
Oh man, Chris Rock was in that movie too. I forgot. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I'm just muted. I think he's out.
Oh, you just froze up. Well, Chris Rock was in that movie. I forgot. He was the one that was begging for some food.
Oh, the one rib.
Yeah, one rib.
Yeah, like, let me get one rib. He's like, how much for a soda? God damn, that's a lot of money. How about you like open the faucet? Let me stick my hand under it.
He said, how much for a sip?
Yeah, how much for a sip? Yeah. But no, it was this movie's a classic. That's one of Phenom's favorites. So I'll say that spoof is probably my favorite spoof, yo. But I looked at a couple of lists. Do you think Austin Powers qualifies as a spoof?
I do. Because it's a spoof of James Bond and those like espionage type British films. So I think it's a spoof. That's me personally. I think it's a dead on spoof of that. If you look at those James Bond films and those British spy films, it's just a dead on spoof of that. Especially when he's making fun of the teeth. Like he's doing little things that he doesn't quite say, but like, there's a thing out there where like, people in Britain don't quite take care of their teeth and their teeth are all jacked up. Well, Austin Powers makes a spoof of that in this film because his teeth are all jacked up. Yeah. But he makes I think Austin Powers is a spoof film. I think it is. So what about you?
I do. When we put it in that way, because he is making fun of like the 007 type stuff, you know what I'm saying? It has the gadgets and the espionage and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. I did watch Austin Powers, the second one.
The Spy with Shagney?
Was that Spy with Shagney? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Funny as fuck.
It is.
To this day.
It's the best one.
All right. So who's your favorite character in the Austin Powers cinematic universe, yo?
Well, he plays so many good ones, man. I mean, Austin Powers, Dr. Evil, then he plays Goldmember, and then he plays Fat Bastard. Okay, so I mean, honestly, I would say it's got to be Dr. Evil. I think Dr. Evil steals the show because you can't have a good hero without a good villain, and he kills it as Dr. Evil.
I agree, yo.
Yeah, Dr. Evil.
Because I think his banter with Scott is probably I don't think that gets enough credit in the history of writing in Hollywood, because like they go back and forth. Like he said something like he's gonna put a laser on the moon. It's gonna be a Death Star.
Death Star. He was like, "You fucking idiot."
Yeah. So that banter is classic, yo. And then when Mini-Me gets involved, yo, he's like an attack dog. They hate each other. You know what I'm saying? So those are the elements. I think Austin Powers, the actual character, to me, he can either hit or miss. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I think some of the jokes don't land as good as other ones, but Dr. Evil is always he's a batting 1,000 with his jokes on screen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because everything that he's doing with Dr. Evil is like the quintessential, typical bad guy in these action espionage movies. Like they come up with these elaborate, crazy ass plans that they really can't pull off. And then when they meet the guy, they tell the guy everything that they're doing, like everything about it is just hilarious. So I absolutely love it. I love it.
There's a lot of comments over here, yo. Stop
zip
it. Zip it.
Yeah. Zip it. Yeah. Remember he was doing, he's like, I want to zip it good. Man. Oh yeah, here we go with the Austin was like mole. Mole.
Fred Savage, yo. But Fred Savage is canceled, yo. It's like He had
Really?
some essay stuff going on, yo.
They don't like
Like,
Fred?
bro, he
Man,
was
what the
a
fuck?
producer and all that stuff, yo. He got
I think
caught
he
up in
did
some
something.
Hollywood stuff, yo.
Well,
But
he done
the
fucked up.
Jerry Springer, that shit was funny as hell when it was on Jerry Springer. And they
Oh
start
my
fighting, bro.
God. And he ran over to the girl. I'm sorry, he ran over to the guy to hit him. He
Yes,
ran like this.
yes,
Austin
man.
Powers is just the best.
It is, yo. What's your favorite Austin Powers though? Out of the three,
The Spy Who Shagged Me. The Spy Who Shagged Me is clearly my favorite because The Spy Who Shagged Me, the first one is good just by, but The Spy Who Shagged Me, he found his groove, he had more funding, and it was a great idea, that he got unfrozen to go back in time or go forward in time. It was a phenomenal idea. And then you introduced Mini Me. So once she introduced Mini Me, I was like, oh shit, man, this shit is too good, man. This shit is too good.
I think
And then-
Vern Troyer was probably the perfect cast for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And he
Yeah.
made so much money. R.I.P. to him. Though. He made so much money off of that. He got so famous
did.
off of that.
He did.
He was on the I think he was on some Big Brother show or some
It
kind
was
of
a surreal life
surreal life. That's what he was on.
where
Yo.
he got fucked up.
He was drunk on on his
He
rascal.
was riding on the scooter, running into the walls and shit.
Oh man.
Yeah, yo.
hilarious.
Shout out to Vernon, man. But that was good because then he did, just the two of us skit where he was singing to him and they were doing all the dancing. Austin Powers, yes, Valerie, yes, just the two of us. Yes, it was fucking hilarious, yo. Austin Powers, I think, it's just too good. It really is. Which one is your favorite, Phoenix?
2 easy.
Yeah.
2 easy. And you know what? I thought Fat Bastard was funny as shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Like the
Fat Bastard's funny.
the whole get up. You know what I'm saying? And Shorty end up sleeping with him to put the
Yes, to put the
tracking
device in his ass.
ass, yo. Oh my god, yo.
Yeah. And then remember he lost all the weight, so he wasn't Fat Bastard anymore. He had
He was
all
on the
wrinkly
stomach,
around.
yeah. He had the turkey neck.
Yeah, he had a
Yeah.
turkey neck. He said, "My neck looks like a freaking vagina." Oh man.
Austin Powers, yes. Like the third one, it was hit or miss. I know we talked about
with
it with
Beyonce,
yeah,
we don't. Yeah, the one with Gold Member. I love Gold.
Yeah, Goldmember kind of got on my nerves, yo. As far as him, you know what I'm saying?
He was trying to come up with another character, and then he's trying to do the spin on Golden Eye with Gold Member. With his, and I didn't even understand what Gold Member meant. Of course, until the movie, you realize that he talking about his balls got gold plated, or
he dipped his balls in gold.
Yeah, like
it's the gold finger, Gold Member.
Yeah. But I did think it was funny in the third one. I like that they picked as Austin Powers' dad. I thought that was a good casting. I thought he was perfect as Austin Powers' dad.
Yeah. What's his name? Not Robert Klein. What is his name, yo?
I can't remember. He's an English guy though.
Yeah.
But I thought that was perfect casting as his
Nigel
dad.
Powers, Michael Caine.
Michael Caine, yeah. Perfect casting as Nigel Powers, yes. As his dad, I thought that was perfect casting. Perfect casting. That was funny.
Yeah, I agree, yo.
Yeah. There's a lot of funny shit in Austin Powers. I can actually watch Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me to this day and still be just as entertained. It ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, it definitely has a value, yo.
It has rewatchable factor. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now look, this go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, I'm gonna let you go ahead. Go because I got some, but go ahead.
Okay, so a lot of people may not consider this a spoof movie, but I do. But what do you guys think about Tropic Thunder? Do you think Tropic Thunder is a spoof movie? And
It's a spoof movie.
Did you enjoy this movie? I think Tropic Thunder is a spoof movie because I think it's playing a spoof on like these 1980s or 1990s like action films, how they was out in the jungle,
Like Full Metal Jacket and all that stuff.
Full Metal Jacket,
Nah.
Platoon, all
That's
that kind
fine.
of stuff.
We gotta do it.
Go ahead.
Talking. I said it's not a spoof. I don't think it's a spoof.
Okay.
Because
Consider that movie?
a spoof is like he would be like, I'm gonna be like Rambo and like whatever. This was just they got dropped into it. They thought they were making a movie. It's not a movie. Like it's not a spoof of anything. Like what's the black dude's name? Oh, I can't think of his name.
Brandon T. Jackson.
Yeah, Brandon T. Jackson's not
kid.
spoofing a character. Like, I mean, Robert Downey Jr. is not spoofing a character. It's just a comedy to me. Like,
I can see that.
I mean, it's that like a spoof is when you like spoof like shit. Like you like spoof shit that's already made.
Well, MCAP brought up a good point. He was like, "It's a spoof of Hollywood."
I
yeah,
think
that's.
I think
Nah, I can go with that.
You can do that, but I don't think it's a spoof movie. It's not a spoof movie. It's not like you like all the spoof movies. You kind of I don't do like a bunch of tropes. Like it's no tropes of a white man.
This movie has tons of tropes in it, Ollie.
There's no what besides the retarded kid. I mean the special needs movie. What's the trope?
Well,
I think the method acting by Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, the most is the method acting by Robert Downey Jr. to stay in character even when he doesn't have to be.
But I give it to like
and
Juicy and MCAP, whoever mentioned like the Hollywood, but that's not like a spoof of I don't know. It's not a spoof like of a movie. Like it's no character that's been in any movies that are like Robert Downey Jr.
Mm-hmm. So,
what about
you think
then?
You think in character for character swap out, like if
like in Spaceballs, how they had
like
Lord Helmet with Darth Vader. That's you talking about like that.
And it doesn't even have to be like the exact. I mean, it doesn't have to be like it has to be a caricature.
Caricature.
Like it doesn't have to be like you being Darth Vader, but if you don't have like a main villain that does stuff, like I can see like how it's like you got a main character that does certain things every point of the way, and you spoofing that. No, there is nobody like Robert Downey Jr. Like, and there is nobody like your boy Brandon T. Jackson. Like, I'm just gay. Like, you know what I mean? This was just a comedy to me. They was just dropped in the force, and they were making a movie and whatever. It's a silly comedy. Like I'll say that it's a silly comedy. Like I mean, no, of course, like comedies aren't supposed to be taken serious, but like this is definitely like a silly comedy, like not to be taken serious at all. But
Ben Stiller is acting serious too in this movie when he doesn't have to be. Because he's supposed to be one of the
because he thinks he's in the movie. No, because he thinks he's in the
movie.
He thinks
he's in the movie.
Yeah, but that's not spoofing nothing. That's just him thinking, I'm in this movie, let me act.
You know, I can see your point. But I can see it both ways.
I like Juicy's. I'll go with it. It's satire. I'll take that one. Okay. It's definitely not a spoof movie.
Okay. I think
that's valid points on.
That's a good point. Yeah. What are y'all thoughts about Tropic Thunder anyway? You know, do y'all have any ill reservations with Robert Downey Jr. playing this character?
No,
I don't. I thought the shit was funny as hell.
It's funny, and I don't think, and that's the spoof part I look at it.
It's never been a black person on earth that's been mad at Robert Downey Jr. for playing this part. Everybody I've ever known in my life has laughed at him.
Yeah,
everybody. I never looked at him and clutched my pearls because like he got on blackface. But the thing about it is, I think Tropic Thunder did it very well because they showed him like being in different characters before this. Like he was a method actor, so he lived like that person to get into that role. So when he did this, I think they did a good job of laying it up that way versus just throwing him out there.
Ain't nobody ever. I've never met anybody in my personal life. That was definitely some internet shit.
Because I've never met any black person that was upset with him playing that part. We laughed at everything this dude was doing in the movie.
When he hit you with the "you people," what do you mean, you people? I was like, yo, I was with him, but I was like, yo, what the fuck do you mean? Tell me again. Like,
because that's that look you get. What you mean, you people? You know, he'd be like, huh?
But that's the funny part about it. I mean, because I echo Ollie. I've not had one person in my life who's black say they were offended by Robert Downey Jr. And like I said, I think, they did a good job, and I also understand why people got upset because at the beginning of the movie they showed him better acting on different stuff before this.
I mean,
You know what I'm
those
saying? So that was his
people.
character already being developed, and then this is a new role that
Yeah.
he's thrown
It's
himself
always
into.
with both sides of the fence is always the smallest minority just talk the loudest show. I mean, like ain't nobody care for real.
Nah, I mean, it's funny.
This
It's,
is
it's,
man
you-
funny.
it's funny, yo. Like it's a good movie, yo. And I mean,
Hilarious.
did they? I don't know what the uproar was. I don't know if I heard any uproar with like Ben Stiller, using the R word. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't go full R word.
Mhm.
Was there? I don't know if any blowback. I didn't hear anything with that.
It was a
You know what
different
I'm saying?
time.
It probably
It-
and it's probably
it's-
now people probably cringe when they hear it.
Mhm.
But what was it like? Something Jack. I can't think of the character's name.
like
Yo.
Simple Jack or some
Simple
shit.
Jack or something like that. Yeah.
But yeah, Julie's right. When the director got blown up, they thought it was a stunt. Yeah, they were they they didn't know what was
Yeah.
going on. Yeah, I gotta rewatch that movie. Honestly, I would love to rewatch that movie again because I haven't watched this movie. I know it's been like 15 years.
Nah, I've seen
It's
it
been a long time.
more
It's been a
recent
long
than that.
time. Yeah.
So I got a question. So, do you consider the Three Amigos a spoof movie, a Western spoof? Because it's kind of the same,
It
like
kind of falls in like this.
because they think they're going down to Mexico to shoot a movie,
Yeah,
but the people really think that they can really save them because of what they do on film.
yeah. They thinking they want to meet this famous
just-
actor called
that's
El
just-
Guapo.
Hell no, that's just not. If you're doing, I don't know, man. To me, when
It's
you
a-
get design, that's like you saying, is every comedy a spoof? Because everything comedy takes real life and makes fun of it. Like I don't know, man.
Oh, I mean,
can't
but
go-
I
I
mean,
can't roll with that
Blazing
one.
Saddles is a spoof Western.
Yeah, Blazing
But-
Saddles is a Western.
It is a
they're-
spoof western, but they definitely play on all the like I
Yeah,
said, the characters. Like it's not like they play up all the stereotypes. Like Three
Yeah.
Amigos doesn't play up the stereotypes like that, man.
I think they
Yeah, I
do
don't-
because the people were looking at them as a savior. Like they had the quintessential lead man or the main man falling in love with the village girl and all that stuff and saving her, and all that stuff happens in westerns. You know what I'm saying? It's always a protagonist.
There's always a gunfight.
antagonist,
There's always a
always a
standoff.
gunfight, standoffs, and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
townspeople rising up to help.
Yeah.
No, the fight.
That's
You know what I'm
true. Yeah. But you know,
Y'all-
I
y'all
don't know
were-
if I would consider it a spoof though. I don't know if I would consider it a spoof. I definitely consider it a comedy. I don't know if I consider it a spoof though, but I can see what you're saying though, because they do take a lot of those elements, but I don't know if they really make fun of it. I think it's just part of the movie because the movie is Three Amigos. I think what's funny about the movie is not because it's a spoof, is because these guys don't know nothing about anything. And they're actually
they're
put into a
actors,
real life
yeah.
situation. Yeah, they're actors.
they have to figure
That's
it
the
out.
funny part of it. Funny movie though. One of my favorite movies of all time. I mean, you got Dusty Bottoms, Ned Nealanda, and God
Lucky Day.
damn it, I can't Lucky Day. Lucky Day. Thank you, Fetus. So, those three guys just are comedy gold together.
So I would say this: Three Amigos, love that movie, but I'm gonna put my flag down for Martin Short and Steve Martin. They still got it because Only
Yeah.
Murders in the Building is hilarious, and Martin Short is a national treasure. Yo, I love their comedic timing is still there. I mean, they was on Saturday Night Live together. They
Yeah.
did Three Amigos together. Now they got 4 seasons of Only Murders in the Building, and it's funny.
I
as
have
hell.
heard so many good things about this show, and I haven't watched it, but you're making me a believer, man, because I'm always hearing so many good things about it. And they have great chemistry anyway. I mean, they've worked well together. Even when they did Father of the Bride,
Yeah.
Martin Short was in Father of the Bride, like they have it. I mean, clearly. But Martin Short is really good anyway. I think he's a very underrated comedic
Oh
actor.
yeah, he was
He's done
Ed
some.
Grimley
Oh my
on
God.
Saturday Night Live.
Back in the day he used to have his hand on his hip with the
He had the spiky hair,
the spike
like
hair.
the Al Halpern joint, yo. Yeah.
Yes. Martin Short to me is definitely underrated. He was in
And
Not
that's what I'm
Weird
saying.
Science. Inner Space. The
Inner
Three
Space.
Amigos. Martin Short is great. To me, Martin Short reminds me of like Tommy Davidson. You know, like comedy gold when he is in film, but so underrated, like not appreciated enough for how good he is. But yeah, I'm going to check that out, Phoenix. I'm going to check it
Yeah.
out. What's it called? Death
Only
Under the
murders in the
Stairs?
only murders in the building. And he plays like a washed up, kind of aloof Broadway actor who thinks
Okay.
more highly of himself than people
Hmm.
actually think of him. And it's
Okay.
really funny. It's smart. It's 30-minute
Mhm.
episodes, but it's like basically who done it, yo.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, it's funny, yo. Love it.
Yeah.
So
I
Hulu.
remember the first time. I'm sorry, I go back on the Three Amigos. I remember the first time I watched the Three Amigos. I laughed so hard because I couldn't stop laughing at El Guapo. You know,
Yeah.
when he just the way he used to talk, and he talked about cafe. His right hand man was in cafe,
Mhm.
and he threw that word out that I had to look up as a kid because I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about when he was like, he said, "Do I have a plethora of pinatas?" He was like, "Oh yeah, guapo, you have a plethora." I couldn't, I
That was the
died
first time I ever
laughing.
heard plethora in my life.
Plethora.
You know?
I didn't know what
Yeah.
the fuck it was, but the timing of that was hilarious. But
But also gave you one of the best dances, yo. They be like, uh.
uh,
That was their dance, yo. You know what I'm
yes,
saying?
that was a
The
dance.
Macarena before the Macarena, yo. You
Man,
know what I'm
wasn't
saying?
it? That's where they got that shit from. Because if you think about it, in the video, they look like they dressed up like the Three Amigos. They just ain't got the hat on.
Yeah,
They stole that shit.
they stole it, yo. They
They
all the
stole
three
that
amigos
shit,
some
yo.
publishing, yo. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Need to get them guys they do, man. Let's see what other movies they got out there that are spoof movies. I'm about to pull this shit up here. Hold on. I know this. Oh,
Walk Hard. You seen Walk Hard before?
no, I have not.
It's like spoof of Johnny Cash, Walk the Line, but Walk Hard. You
Hmm.
never seen that?
No, I've never seen that.
So,
I've
Funny
never.
shit.
This is my first time actually hearing it. Walk Hard. I've never even heard of that. But
Oh,
I'm
with
looking
John
at it
C.
right
Riley,
now.
yo,
Yeah, I can
and
see
Pam
that.
from The Office. Yeah, yo.
Hmm. Nope. Never seen. CB4. Do you think CB4 is a spoof movie?
I mean, they spoof
give
the
a shout out
music
to Dewey
industry.
Cox because I like Dewey Cox.
Dewey
So
Cox,
that's
yo.
it. Yo, wow. He
John C.
always
Riley.
with him Will Ferrell, they get together, it's always hilarious times.
Yeah. So
Yeah, they did those two
that's
movies
another thing.
together.
Is Talladega Nights a spoof movie or a comedy? Because they're making fun of NASCAR drivers and all that stuff.
I said it's more
That's a
comedy,
good point.
because they're not making
That's a
fun of
good
like
point.
certain characters. It's just a
They're
comedy
making fun
set
of how
in NASCAR.
NASCAR
No,
drivers
like
they talk
him
the
and
country
his
slang and
family,
all that
like
stuff.
him with his family and all that. They just making a comedy in that sense. Like that, like again, you can say every comedy on earth is a spoof. Then, if we're going doing that, like
I'm trying to on this.
is
I'm trying to use
it's
this
something
as a
about
guide.
Barry a spoof about dating movies.
No, that's a comedy. But this is
Yeah,
different
that's a
though
comedy.
because they're
What
making fun
about
of NASCAR.
Zoolander? Would you say
Zoolander's
Zoolander's a spoof?
A spoof of
of
what?
the fashion industry models
The
and
No,
how
fashion industry.
It's a comedy in the fashion is like a spoof is based. I'm gonna shut up. Y'all got it. I'm here. I'm muted,
Bro.
yo. I'm good. I'm muted. Y'all good?
Bruh, this is why the only reason to have a podcast is be able to talk. Nobody's telling you to not talk. We trying to listen. You cutting yourself off. Ain't nobody doing
Yeah,
that.
that's all. Oh, no, I am, y'all. I'm just getting too excited.
Right.
I'm
So I'm looking
sorry.
up. It says a spoof
I'm on it
movie.
today.
All right. It says a
I didn't
spoof
know we was
movie
doing
is
spoof movies like this. I was like, oh shit, this is a whole week. We was like, yo, somebody's. I'm good.
okay. So it says a spoof movie, a spoof. I'm just gonna look at the definition. So maybe we could get some clarity here. It says a spoof is a humorous imitation of something typically a film or a particular genre of film in which its characteristic features are exaggerated for comic effect. So that's what they said definition of a spoof is.
Yeah. So I mean, like, I think the definition still leads to interpretation. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
it does.
saying?
It's kind of
Like,
that's why it's
I'm
kind
not
of it's
trying
up
to
to interpretation.
discount Ollie's thoughts on what his idea of a spoof is.
Oh,
Like
don't worry
mine
about
just
that.
differs because, like I said,
Right.
when I think of Ricky Bobby, I think of him playing a NASCAR over the top NASCAR person
Mm-hmm.
and how they
Like
act.
Anchorman, I can consider Anchorman somewhat of a spoof because they're overly exaggerating the news casting world, like that, you know what I'm saying? Like he's playing an exaggerated character of somebody
In the
that's a
newsroom,
news
like
guy,
like an anchorman.
like an
Yeah,
Anchorman. Yeah. I
yeah.
mean, that's why it's called Anchorman. Yeah. I forget this guy's name. Robin Burgundy.
Ron Burgundy.
Ron Burgundy. I'm sorry, Ron Burgundy.
Yeah. So I mean, like, it's just like I said, it's whatever. If he don't consider it and I consider it, we just agree to
Yeah.
disagree on it. You know what I'm
Apples,
saying?
oranges, it's a
But I
tomato,
think
tomato.
talent.
Yeah.
I mean, like why I brought it up because like the comedic stylings of John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell together, it just takes it to another
Yeah.
level. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't first, you're last, yo. Everybody was saying that
Mhm.
every time something happened, like any sporting thing, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
So
yeah, if well, I've heard too, and not in this movie, but yeah, that movie, if you're not first, you're last, or you're the first last place person if you're second, like
if you second, you're the first loser.
yeah, you're first loser. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what about
Yeah, yeah.
CB4? Do you consider CB4 a spoof movie? With Chris Rock? Would
I
you
mean,
consider that?
I mean, I do because it's making fun of the rap industry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
See, I consider it a spoof movie.
mocking like NWA and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
kind of like Don't Be a Menace, but for music.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what
Same
I'm
here. I
saying?
do.
Big
I
ass
do consider it.
biscuits. Yeah.
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 I didn't really like that movie that much. I watched it because I wanted to just see what it was about, but it got kind of dumb as time
What,
went on.
CB4?
Yeah, I thought it got kind of like, I don't know. It didn't hold my interest as the movie went on. I
Nah,
thought
that shit's
the
funny as
comedy.
fuck. It's still funny, but I'm gonna be quiet.
Look, I don't want to say what I want. No, I actually want to say it. Why would you come on this podcast to not talk?
I'm
Talk,
good,
brother.
man. Nah, I'm here to talk.
You
I'm
keep
not here-
saying you're
well,
not good, but
really.
you're not talking. So
Yeah,
you're not good.
I'm not talking tonight. I'm good.
All right.
I'm tired of
Let's
getting
move on. Let's
All right,
see
I
what we
got
got
one.
here in the comments. Oh, go ahead.
I told you I ain't to lie. I'm just
Oh, that's a good one. Because that's a spin on the MacGyver
MacGyver.
thing. Yes. I remember
MacGruber.
that.
It's
That's a
stupid,
good
but it's still
pull.
funny, yo. MacGruber
I
is
forgot
stupid,
about MacGruber.
but it's funny, yo. At the same time, yo.
Mhm.
But that was an SNL spinoff. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
I
He
did
played
not know
that.
that.
He played that character on SNL.
Okay, I never knew that. I never knew that. Now, SNL has definitely had some people that have taken, did movies. They're not all that good, most of them, The
Yeah,
movies
no,
that dealt with SNL skits,
Oh, most definitely, yo.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. SNL gonna give you a movie, man.
Oh yeah, they're gonna give you a movie, especially when they got a character that lands in the
Mhm.
skits. They like, you know what? Let's make a movie out of this. So yeah, I'm looking at trying to see if there's any other, at least some good ones, because there
So
are quite a
I'm
bit
looking
of
at a
spoof
couple
movies, but
different
they're
lists
not
though.
good.
You ever seen Kung Fu Hustle?
No,
Bro,
I've
you're missing out.
seen. I think King Pow. I think I've seen that one.
Yeah, that's a spoof on the karate movies, but Kung Fu
Yeah.
Hustle is actually a really good spoof on comedy movie. yo.
Okay.
I mean on that. Would you consider well, I'm actually have you seen Shaun of the Dead?
I have not, but I know both of you guys have seen it and said it's fucking hilarious because it's a
Yeah,
zombie film, right?
Yep, it's but Simon Pegg and Nick Smith, I
Yes.
think his name.
I gotta watch
They're
it.
like Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly. When they get together on film,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it's comedic genius. Like them, Hot Fuzz, It was something else they was in. It'll come to me. But yeah, when they had to do the bar crawl, was that Ollie? You remember that? Like
I
it's like
remember
an end of the world
that.
type shit.
Yeah, no, I've seen Shadow Will. I've seen Shadow Will multiple times. It's funny. Yeah, it's definitely funny. Yeah, shout out to both of them, man. You know what I mean? They had to go save his mom and everybody else. You know, they did their thing, and
Yeah, so it was like 3 or 4 movies they did.
hilarity ensues.
Yeah, they
I've
did a
got
bar
to see
crawl,
that
had to fight the
movie.
devil at the end. Yeah, it's funny.
Oh, I've got to see that movie. I've got to see it. I've seen trailers of it, clips. I've heard people talk about it 1,000 times, especially when the zombie apocalypse really became much more of a thing in the past like 10, 15 years. Everybody's like, yo, you got to watch Shaun the Dead. You got to watch Shaun the Dead. The shit's fucking funny. I just never got around to it. And you know what I'm going to do? I didn't have cable.
Yeah.
I just blame it on that.
But you know, you got. I mean, because like they're really over the top with their violence too. Like they be fucking people up. You know what I'm saying? That and Hot Fuzz. Hot Fuzz is probably one of the funniest movies. I don't.
What?
That's not them. You don't know. That's a whole different
Hot
movie.
Fuzz was them. Simon Pegg and Nick.
Oh, that's the one over there in England. I'm thinking about the one when they hold up. Are you sure? Let me see.
Hot
Yeah.
Fudge.
Hot Fuzz. No, Hot Fuzz is them. No, Hot
They were
Fuzz is them.
cops.
I'm thinking about the other one with
Oh.
dudes state troopers over here in the States and drinking whatever. Yeah, Hot Fuzz they over in England.
Talking about Paul?
No.
Not Paul with the alien. Not that one.
No, it's the state troopers when they drink like the motherfucking maple syrup and all that shit. What's that shit called?
Super Troopers.
Super Troopers. There you go.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you. Yeah, no, Hot Fuzz is with the murders and he ends up solving them. Yeah, Hot Fuzz is funny. I seen Hot Fuzz.
Hot Fuzz is funny, man. It's violent too, yo. It's like the violence ensues because they be like, I'm talking about like Rambo type violence. I'm talking about like a regular person hitting somebody with a weapon type shit.
Yeah.
Like there's one part where like Kevin Kline's in it and he hits him and he falls on this steeple and the steeple sticking through his chin and he's still living. He's just talking with the steeple in his mouth, yo. You know what I'm saying?
But
it's that type of comedy I like though.
Yeah. I got one for you, man. Black Dynamite.
Absolutely.
Spoof. Yeah.
Absolutely, yo. Black Dynamite is cream corn.
Cream corn.
Tommy David. Look, if y'all on this live, you have never seen Black Dynamite, you have to watch it. It's probably one of the funniest movies about black exploitation movies. There's a lot of kung fu in it. The edits is bad in it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's just
so
the same trope.
Funny.
Like poison in the black community with what was it, cigarettes? I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, because
was
I
it
gotta get you,
liquor?
sucker.
Was
It was
liquor?
gold.
No,
It was liquor.
Was it liquor in Black Dynamite? I can't remember.
Yeah, I think it was liquor, yo.
Yeah.
And the liquor make you make your thing shrink, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny, yo.
Oh,
But no, Black Dynamite is good, yo.
It's good. Yeah. I would have loved it to make a part 2, but you know, sometimes you just need only one and just live off that one.
Yeah, you never seen the cartoon, obviously.
I have seen small bits and pieces of the cartoon. Yeah. Because was it the same person did the Boondocks did it or something like that?
Aaron
Don't get me
Magruder.
wrong.
I don't know who did it, but I know.
No, Aaron Magruder doesn't.
But the animation looked very similar to it though. But yeah, I've seen small bits and pieces of the cartoon.
Yeah.
I mean, but I don't know much about it. Like if it was out for a long time, I have to pull it.
No, it was out for like 2 seasons or something. It was funny.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But it didn't get the love it was supposed to get, yo. That's all.
Okay. Black Dynamite animated series. Yep. Yo, IMDb gave it an 8.1 out of 10.
Because it's funny.
Okay. And it has 100% rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
Because it's funny.
Wow. That's
everybody
fantastic.
needs to watch it.
Yeah. That's fantastic. Man, I gotta check this shit out.
Yeah, you gotta watch it, yo.
Yeah.
Would you consider Undercover Brother
a spoof?
A spoof.
It's
like
yes.
like Austin Powers, kind of.
Yeah, I would consider Undercover Brother spoof. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That made me not eat mayonnaise for a long time, bro. Like for real.
I fuck with mayonnaise. I don't give a fuck what they said in that movie. I was like, yo, I like mayonnaise. That
Oh
shit
yeah, I
was-
love mayonnaise, man.
Not the way he was eating it. Eating it right out the jar with a spoon. I was like, nah, man, that shit. It turned
Oh
me off.
yeah,
Man,
that was
for a
that
little
was
bit.
nasty. Yeah, I mean, he eating that shit like it's cornflakes. I mean, it like it was Cool Whip. You know, like it's not Cool Whip.
Yeah.
Ugh, this is just nasty, very nasty.
But kind of to circle back on the Wayans, yo, because I'm looking at this list. So they were the kind of the kings of the spoof shit because they had 50 Shades of Black. That was Marlon Wayans doing 50 Shades of Grey, but he had that version of it.
Mhm.
Dance Flick.
They did
was a
Dance
Wayans-
Flick. Oh
was a
wow.
Wayans joint. And I ain't like Dance Flick. I thought it was kind of corny.
Mhm.
And 50 Shades of Black was kind of corny too, but I mean, it is what it is, yo. But nah, they stuck with that genre, yo.
And they also did a spoof on Paranormal Activity. I think it was
They
called
did
A
that.
Haunted House. I think that's what the
Yep.
movie was called. Yeah, because I wound up watching that. That was a spoof on the whole Paranormal Activity because those movies were really hitting off pretty hard at that time. So they did a spoof on that. So they definitely stay with the spoofs. That came out in 20. Wow, that came out 9 years ago. God, man, it felt like I just watched it yesterday.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'd have pulled up like 5 different lists to kind of compare, yo. All these lists got Team America World Police on it, yo. Making fun of
Who's
the
that?
military. You never seen the dudes from South Park in their movie? Team America World Police. You've never seen that?
Is
With
that
puppets.
I'm sorry, what is that a person, a word, a thing? What is
No,
that?
it's
What it?
called Team America World
Team
Police.
America World Police. Oh,
It's a spoof off of Americans' military complex. Team America, fuck
Uh-huh.
yeah, come and say the motherfucking day. That's how the song go. America, fuck yeah. And they fighting Kim Jong Il.
Oh, okay. I had to pull it up. I've seen this. The like the
The puppet show.
anima. Yeah, the puppets. Yeah, yeah. I didn't
It's
know
one.
what it was called though. Team America
It's-
World Police.
Yeah.
What it was called. What
You know I'm
about
saying?
Robot Chicken? Do you think Robot Chicken does good spoofs? Have y'all ever watched Robot Chicken, the show?
Adult Swim? Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
on
no.
Adult Swim. Would you consider their stuff spoofs?
I mean,
I mean,
I could see it.
yeah. It's not a
'cause the
film, but it's
episodes-
like a short
yeah,
animated clip.
yeah.
But most of the stuff they do is parodies on specific things that we enjoy, like
Yeah.
He-Man or Star Wars or whatever the hell it is, Barbie. So it's just something to think about. I just was thinking about it just now, and I just saw the Team America. I was like, reminds me of Robot Chicken, you know?
Somebody mentioned it in the chat earlier.
Oh,
Yeah.
Robot Chicken.
Somebody,
Okay,
Yeah, somebody did, yo.
I consider, yeah.
All right, you being a
Shout out to whoever that was.
nerd sci-fi guy, do you think Galaxy Quest is considered a spoof? It's on the list, but because it
Yeah.
makes fun of Star Trek.
It does. Oh, man, that's tough.
It has
That's the
to
one
be
with
yo.
Sigourney Weaver and
Tim.
oh
Tim
man,
Allen.
I don't want to say it's not. I mean, because it does make it is about it makes fun of it. I guess I will say I'm leaning more towards yes than no, but because I can see it both ways where it's just a funny movie.
Mhm.
That's an over, but I can see it being a spoof because it's making fun of Star Trek.
Mhm.
And it's an over exaggerated version of Star Trek because they're playing characters that are going to a fan expo just like Star Trek characters would be, except they get called to actually do a quest because they think they really can do this shit from what they've seen on TV, you know. So it's odd. I'll say more of yes, but it's not like that over exaggerated spoof that I'm used to seeing. But it is doing a spoof on Star Trek. At least that's what I think. What do you
Yeah,
think?
Galaxy Quest is funny. I think it is. I mean, it's basically to have a leader, just like Captain Kirk, and they got some guy that looks like what's the Klingon dude
Yeah, the
name?
Klingon. I
Worf.
can't remember. They
Worf. Yeah.
yeah, they got
So,
a guy that's like a Spock type guy.
mhm.
You know, um, they have the female in there that's a strong lead, like they generally
Yeah,
do in
Sigourney
Star
Weaver.
Trek. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and they got the token black guy in Star Trek. I
Yeah.
mean, so there you go. So I mean,
Yeah,
I say it is.
I've never seen it, so I can't really speak on it.
It's
Yeah,
good.
it's good. It's good. I mean, but I don't know if it may be your cup of tea though, because it really does hit hard on the nerd culture. So you have to know something about Star Trek to even understand the shit that they're even making fun of. That's kind of some of it. Yeah. There's a lot more. There's a lot of them out there. There really is too many to
I
even
mean, it's
name.
always a niche genre of film. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking at a lot of them I haven't even seen. Like I've never seen Vampire Sucks, making fun of the vampire movies. The
Mm.
like what's the shit with Robert Pattinson and them?
Oh,
Um,
Twilight.
Twilight, all that stuff.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. And I need to check that out because I'm a big Twilight fan.
yeah,
So
and
I
Date
need
movie.
to
I've never
check that out.
seen Date movie. I've never seen Twilight. None
What?
of them.
I haven't either.
Whoa, bruh. I mean, I'm a minor on this one, but y'all in the chat, let me know if y'all have seen any of the Twilights. Um, I love them. They're good for me. I mean, I love them. I mean, I'm into the story. Now, look, if you're going to watch Twilight because you think it's going to be your typical vampire and werewolf movie, that's where you lose it. And that's what I initially went in there thinking, because I remember I watched the first movie. I'm like, this movie is total shit. So I went back home and I told somebody it was shit, but she read all the books and she says that's the problem. You went in there looking at it as if it was a regular vampire movie, and she said it's not. It's a love story.
Hmm.
And it changed my idea about it. So I had to look at it like, okay, let me just look at the story, and they just so happen to be vampires. And then I really got into it. It's good. It was good, but I ain't gonna force nobody on it though, because it's an
I mean,
acquired
I
taste.
probably missed that boat
I don't
because you know
think
what I'm
you'll.
saying.
Yeah.
Why would I watch that when if I want to watch vampires and werewolves, I could watch Underworld, all of them.
So good. Godly. And I had the biggest crush on that girl that played the Underworld.
Kate Beckinsale.
God. God. Dude. Man, I just like, who is this woman playing this vampire that can jump off buildings and land on her feet? You
Yeah,
know?
Underworld is. I loved every Underworld one. It's kind of reminds me of the Blade genre, so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Because they can just keep
Yeah.
making them. Underworld, I think they did like 5 or 6 of them joints.
They did about 5 of them. Yeah, I watched.
Yeah, I was gonna say I wouldn't say like Blade because they rebooted them. They got a TV series. The TV series was on it too.
Which
Um,
one? Blade or Underworld?
Underworld.
Underworld. I mean, they don't have
Underworld.
a
Yeah.
Blade TV series that I know of, but
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah,
I
yeah.
never seen that.
Underworld is like yeah, they definitely rebooted them a bunch of times, and it's just like we just go to old shit and just start over like the other ones that didn't happen.
Hmm.
Yeah, because look, like they got Underworld, Underworld Evolution,
Yep.
Underworld
Seen that
Rise of the
one.
Lycans. I like
I've
Rise of
seen
the
that one.
Lycans. That's probably my favorite one.
That's one's
Underworld
funny.
Awakening,
Hmm.
Underworld Blood Wars.
I haven't seen. That's when I stopped. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, and Blood Wars came out at 16.
2016.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've seen Underworld, I've seen the first, second, third, and I see Underworld Endless Wars, and I think that was the last one I saw. I really can't remember if I saw Underworld Awakening or not, but it was a good series, especially when they wound up finding that person that was a hybrid.
He was a
That was
sucker
dope.
though.
He
Yeah, I
was. He
like
was a
I like the
fish.
concept, but he was a super sucker, yo. He kept getting beat up all the time, yo.
They did, dude. I thought so too, because I was like, they built this guy up to be like this unique individual that was both vampire and Lycan, and then he gets his ass kicked, and
All the
I
time.
just hated that shit, man. I was like, I think they didn't write his story right. I think they could have did so much better with that type of character. You
Yeah.
know.
But I do like the whole concept of the vampires versus werewolves. I like when they travel back in time with the backstories and stuff like that to see how the
Yeah.
kind of
Like there is
Hatfields
beef
before type
there.
shit.
You
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So no, it was Underworld's good, man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
definitely,
saying?
definitely a good series. It definitely opened my mind up to the whole thing about vampires and werewolves. It's pretty dope. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, Kate Beckinsale is a looker.
Man, look,
She
as
is.
soon as I saw that movie and she jumped off the building and landed on her feet, I was like, who that? And she's a looker. I mean, granted, she doesn't have black hair, but I'd take her with that black hair any day. Shit, man.
Yeah.
Kate Beckinsale. I don't even know if she done shit since damn Underworld. Let me see.
Yeah, she did a couple. I haven't seen none of these movies. Farming, Joke, Prisoner's Daughters, Fool's Paradise,
Yeah, she
Canary
ain't
Black.
really done shit.
You said she ain't done shit. She had 6 movies since she done Underworld, yo.
But I will tell you, she is in one of my favorite movies of all time, Serendipity. I love that movie with motherfucking John Cusack. Man, look,
Yeah.
if you don't know nothing about watch
It's
that motherfucking movie.
quintessential chick flick, yo.
Man, it's good though.
No, it's good though. I ain't gonna lie. It's good.
Good. But I'm getting off that, I saw in the comments somebody said Corey must have had a teenage daughter watching those movies were popular. I didn't have a teenage daughter, but I was talking to somebody at the time that had a daughter that was really into Twilight. She had already read all the books, so she was the one that actually explained it to me because I came home and I was like, "Yo, this shit is whack," and she was like, "Why?" I was like, "There was no killing, there was no blood." I said the vampire walked in daylight and he turned to fucking diamonds. He didn't turn to ash. I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
What? I'm out.
Yo, you don't even want to get me started. I shitted on this movie when it first came out, Twilight, but I did like it.
But this wasn't our demographic. So this came out the first one came out in 2008. We was in our 30s, bro. Like you couldn't
With
catch me
Twilight?
going to watch. Yeah, you couldn't catch me watching this shit, yo.
But see, if I find a movie I like because of the story, I will go and watch it. Like I watch Hunger Games. Have y'all seen Hunger Games?
Yeah, I've seen Hunger Games.
Tell me y'all seen the Hunger Games. Okay, I was like,
But
y'all had to see the
Hunger Games, Twilight.
I
Hunger
mean,
Games is up here, yo.
Okay, Hunger Games is a very good story. Now, I got into Hunger Games because my wife read all the books, and she told me you have got to go see this movie because it's fucking dynamite. And it is. It's a really good movie. Hell of a concept. Now, all the other movies they try to come out with, Maze Runner and all that, they're okay. But Hunger Games is pretty good. Yo, guess what I found out? Oh, go ahead, Phoenix. Sorry.
I haven't seen Maze Runner, but go ahead. I know
Maze
it's a
Runner.
franchise, but I don't know if they're good or not. But
it's not. It's okay. It's not good. I found out that the Game of Thrones star Sophie Turner, the one that played Ned Stark's daughter, Sansa Stark, she's auditioning for the role of Laura Croft in a new series on Amazon Prime. What do y'all think about that?
I don't see her nothing but Sansa Stark, yo. She was,
They
obviously
they released like 2 names, I think.
Yeah, it's
Right,
her
okay.
and somebody else, but I don't know who that is. But it's like 2 people in the running for, and she's one of them. Yeah, you're right.
Nah, Sansa Stark. I mean,
Sansa Stark.
she was a super sucker for 7 of the 8 seasons of Game of Thrones, yo. She finally got some balls towards the end. She had to deal with trauma to get over it, but I can't see her playing nothing outside of that. And Laura Croft is a badass character.
That's the thing.
But also, they haven't gotten it right since they ventured into Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Like Angelina Jolie, she looked like Laura Croft, but she was not believable as Laura Croft, in my opinion. I
You
might
said
be in
she-
the minority,
What, like Angelina Jolie looked like Laura Croft, but what?
but she didn't. She wasn't athletic like Laura. She wasn't badass like Laura Croft. You know what I'm saying? And not saying
Yeah.
that she couldn't be.
Almost all these video game shows is trash. So basically, that's what it comes down to. I have no faith in it. That's what
It's
I've
hard. It's hard
noticed.
to get. It's hard to get it
Like
right. Right.
all the video
Yeah.
games is trash. Honestly, it's funny. The only one I kind of like but I never played the game was the joint with Anthony Mackie with the Crazy
Twisted Metal.
Clown,
Oh,
Twisted
Twisted Metal.
Metal. I like Twisted Metal, but all the other video game movies they always end up being kind of trash.
Well, there's only well, you're right. They're all trash, except a couple, and one of them is
Last of Us.
The Last of Us.
Is great.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
but
The
it-
Last of Us is
But that's like
probably
Yeah.
almost
the one you can
Yeah.
hold up. But the reason why The Last of Us is so good is because it's not the video game; it's the story in the video game. That movie got so many awards because of that damn story. It just killed it for like 2-3 years straight. And the video game was old. It was still winning awards in 2011, 2012. I mean, the shit was crazy. But the thing about Last of Us, what you're seeing in that show is literally in the video game. It's the same exact story. They do change a couple of characters. But it literally is the same exact story. That's how good that video game was. So that's the only one I could think of. But all the others, yeah, they ain't too good.
Valerie beat me to it, but Resident Evil movies.
I mean, I like Resident. Well, I should say trash. I like Resident Evil movies, but they're
Resident
not, like,
Evil, okay.
They're not like good movies though.
So
They're
the
like,
zombie ones are good.
I
They're
mean,
like,
it-
I mean,
it
they're
is what
just
it
like,
is with it.
I mean, they're movies for a place and time. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I fuck with Resident Evil.
I love
Yeah.
it.
They made a whole bunch of them. I mean, they made a whole bunch of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, they're not winning no awards. Like, ain't nobody gonna get them motherfuckers an Oscar. You know what I mean? It's like, so place and
But,
time.
yeah.
So I'll say though, she got me though. I do watch them. So that's a
Mhm.
video game movie that got me. She got me.
Yeah. No, I will say this. I will admit, yo, like I played Resident Evil the game in the
Mhm,
dark. That shit is that's like the
Very creepy,
soundtrack,
scary.
and it's creepy as
Oh.
shit, yo. Like, yeah, it had me
Mhm.
John scared at one point, yo. But nah,
Yeah.
Resident Evil, I love the video games. And the
Very
movies
scary.
they're all right, yo. I'm looking at this list, so like Assassin's Creed, they dropped the ball on that. I think Assassin's Creed is probably one of the best
That was
video
one of
games
them.
ever created.
That movie was trash.
Absolutely.
And that
But the
movie
movie
super
was
trash.
straight shit. Oh, the
Dumpster
movie was so bad.
juice all the way,
And,
yo.
and it's such a good video game.
Yeah,
They fucked it up.
yeah, really good.
Yeah.
Let me see. Doom. That was probably my first shoot 'em up game I ever played on PC. I used to play that
Mm.
shit in school. But never did anything with that, yo.
You got well, there are some new ones that have come out, like Super Mario Brothers, that movie. I thought that was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
I like the Sonic movies. I
The
thought they were
Sonic
pretty
movies are good. Yeah,
No.
the Sonic movies are good. You got to have a person that understands what to put in it and what to not put in it, and just keep the core of what the video game is, not try to fuck some shit up.
hmm
But sometimes they get it really wrong. Rampage, that was a video game, the movie. Rampage was okay. It wasn't bad.
Nah, but I mean, like
Oh,
I think the
Hitman, that was not a good movie.
no, I hated that movie, yo.
That movie was not good.
And I like the game, but
The game was
it's like
great.
you're right. I don't understand why they just don't take the video game and just make it live action, just like
Yeah.
just like The Last of Us.
Just
it
like The
did.
Last of Us. Because they have the story there. Because these video games now are complex stories. You don't have to
Mhm.
change anything. Just go with the story that's in the game. But they always want to add something different. That's why Assassin's Creed was so bad. They had
Yeah.
the story already for Assassin's Creed, but they had this whole nother concept where he plugged into some machine and would go back in time. The shit was awful. It was really shit.
So-
Uncharted, it's okay. I wasn't
That's
a
the
big
movie
fan of
with
Laura Croft.
Tom.
Yeah,
Holland.
Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg. That was okay. It was. I give it like a 5 out of 10.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I will say this though, I'm excited because they're actually, if they're gonna do this movie, This is my favorite franchise of all time as
Okay.
far as video games go, role playing games. Metal Gear is getting a
Really?
live action movie.
With Snake?
Snake with Solid Snake, bruh.
Man, come on.
They got to get this right, yo. Because this is an
They have to.
iconic character. I mean, if you're a gamer, you've played all the Metal Gears, or you've
Yeah,
heard of it. Because he's a badass character, and you got to get it
absolutely.
right, man. You have
Yeah.
to get it right with this.
They already have the story. It's been there for years. They cannot fuck this up. If they
Yeah.
fuck this up, then they just gave it to the wrong person on purpose. I mean, Snake is this. It's easy to do this character. It's very easy. It's
Yeah.
right there. Oh, I love Metal Gear. Very good. Very good. What about
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat? The movies.
The-
They weren't too good.
The first one wasn't bad. Second one, Annihilation, super suck.
Yeah.
The more recent one that came out, I like. You know what I'm saying?
That was better. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. But that's because I like, Sub-Zero and Scorpion. I like the two dudes that played it because the dude that played Sub-Zero, he's in Warrior, which is one of the best TV shows. I keep telling y'all, if y'all have not seen
Watch
Warrior,
Warrior. I just
You haven't
haven't
seen
finished
all-
season 2 yet. I haven't finished
it's
season
on.
2.
Yeah, get to season 3. Warrior on Netflix. You have to watch it. If you have not watched it, you're doing yourself a disservice. It's one of the best
Mhm.
shows out there. And then the guy that plays Scorpion was just in Shogun. You know what I'm saying? On Hulu.
Really?
And that won a ton of awards. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Mm.
Warrior is probably one of my favorite shows, yo, because I love the period piece of the
Yeah.
Chinese coming over to San Francisco being treated
Yeah.
badly. You got
Mhm.
the Irish trying to get the jobs, a lot of politics, but there's a lot of fighting in it. It's this quintessential kung fu movie with the gangs they call tongs. They
Mhm.
fight for territory in the slums of Chinatown.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
it's so good, and it's based on the writings of Bruce Lee. So
Look at
yeah.
Cola coming through saying Warrior was excellent. Yeah.
The homie come through and co-sign
Yo,
it.
I
yo.
look. What's up, Cola? Glad to catch you. And look, I'm sorry, you've commented quite a bit. I've been missing them. But Warrior's tight. I didn't even know you watched Warrior, but that's what's up. And she said she liked Uncharted. I mean, hey, look, to each his own. I'm not going to yuck your yum. I'm never going to yuck anybody's yum. If you liked it, more power to you. I just thought it was okay. It was like a 5 to 6 out of 10 for me, but she liked Warrior though. That's Warrior the shit. Warrior is the shit.
Yeah.
Straight
Yep,
up.
Yeah.
What about Street Fighter?
All right. I have so many issues with that movie. The game, I love Street Fighter, the game. Everybody loves Street Fighter. I mean, I know growing up, men, women, everybody plays Street Fighter. So some people just mashing buttons, others do all the combos. But when it came to that Jean-Claude Van Damme movie, I was like, God damn, this movie is horrible.
It was so trash.
It was so like I think Raul, the dude that played in the Addams Family, he was like
Yes, he was Bison.
Bison
Man.
and Bison. Yeah, no. And they got a
That
chance.
was
I don't understand
deep.
why they didn't want to go back and make these movies right, yo. Like
I
they got a
know,
chance
I
to go
know.
back and do it right.
Yeah. You really fucked up a really good movie. And another video game that they fucked up, which I thought could have been done well. They had a video game that came out in the 90s called Terminator versus Predator. The video game was so popular and was so good. It was like, God damn, we got to do a movie about this. And they fucked it up. Still.
I never
Right.
heard of that video game.
What?
What was it on Nintendo or something?
No, it was actually in the arcade. It was Alien versus Predator.
Or
Or
Terminator versus Predator.
no, it was called Alien versus Predator.
I thought
It
you
was
said
in an
Terminator.
arcade. No, bruh. It was
No, you said
Alien.
Terminator earlier. That's why I was
said
kinda
Terminator.
confused. Yes.
I'm sorry, Alien versus Predator or Predator versus Alien, whichever one. But I think it was called Alien versus Predator, and it was a arcade game, and you could play as 4 people, and you could choose between 2 predators or 2, people that were like Sigourney Weaver, them folks, like the military people, and you would fight alongside with them all the way through this game, fighting a bunch of aliens until you got to the queen alien at the end. And that video game was so fucking popular. That's why they came out with the movie with Sanaa Lathan, Alien versus Predator.
Mm.
You never saw that movie. Oh, I
I
mean,
saw I
that
saw
video.
the movie Alien versus Predator.
You never
I
knew
didn't
that
know
was
it
a
had a
video
video
game.
game. Never knew that.
Oh man, yes, that video game. It was an arcade game. See if I can pull this shit up.
What was that?
Yes.
The video game that everybody. Gosh, what's the name of it? It had the elf. It had to do with the axe. It had the wizard.
Golden
They had to run
Axe.
around. No, they had to run. No, that was kind of that was like a run around and hit shit. But no, this one was you had to go through these mazes and shoot like what is the name of this movie? This video game. It's going to kill me. There's a dude that had you always play with the elf because he had the
Mhm.
arrows. Then you had the wizard, you had the He-Man, and you had somebody else. Somebody would probably tell us in the chat. But it was an
I
arcade. If 4 people played at the same time.
Yes, I remember exactly what you're talking about. I just don't know what the game is, but I know exactly what you're talking about. You could pick between the wizard that had the guy that had the axe. I'm gonna say it's Golden Axe, but I know that's not it. But I know exactly the game you're talking about. Oh, what's that game?
Gauntlet.
It might be Gauntlet.
It's
Yeah.
Gauntlet. I just looked it up, yo.
Was Gauntlet. It's definitely Gauntlet.
So I wish they made another version because Gauntlet was my shit, yo. I used to love that game. Wasted a lot of
Yeah.
quarters on that shit. But when it came
Yeah.
on Nintendo, I used to play that joint all the time. We used to fight over who gonna be who on it. But Golden Axe was the shit too. I think you could like jump on like a dinosaur and shit
hmm
doing that, yeah. But
I was
Gauntlet
not
was
good
probably
at
my
that.
favorite game. But Golden
One of
Axe.
I used to play Punisher. I used to play that in a video game, and I always wanted to play Dragon's Lair, but I sucked at it. It looked so good, but it was so hard to play.
Actually,
So
I
hard
just
to
saw a
play.
comment up here. Somebody said, Chris said, Ryan Reynolds is doing a live action Dragon's Lair movie.
Wow. I can see that because the character that played, I think was Dirk the Daring or whatever his name. I can't remember his name, but I can see Ryan Reynolds playing that because he was kind of goofy ballish. You know, he was kind of like a goofball trying to be a hero, fucking up every which way in the end to get to the princess. So I can see that. Yo, do you remember Dragon's Lair?
Yeah, I remember it.
Yeah. Yo, real quick, I want to show you this. Let's see if I can get this up here real quick. This is the Alien versus Predator joint.
Never seen
So
that game of a day in my life, yo.
yeah, I'm not gonna play the volume though. So
I'm not familiar with that. That was
I've
in the
never seen
arcade. That shit was
yeah, this was in the arcade.
yeah, I never heard of it.
It wouldn't have got my quarter, yo. This shit look too clunky, yo.
Yeah,
Like I know.
go ahead.
All right. No, I was making sure I was echoing. This got a lot of my quarters though. Like if you're in the arcade and play the Ninja Turtles joint.
Oh my god, bruh, come on now, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 4-player.
Yes.
Man, now this was fun. The one on Nintendo was hard, but this one was fun. The
Well, it
4-player.
depends. Like the first one is hard. It's hard as shit. But like I said,
Yeah.
I said it in the past. You can go on YouTube. There's a guy that beat it. Like from beginning to end, he shows you how to beat it. That was the first time I ever saw the ending of it because I've never beaten it. But the next one where everybody can run around, you can all 4 of y'all fighting at the same time. Now that's the shit.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, this
This the one right here, man. This
Yep.
one you talking about?
that got a whole bunch of my quarters growing up. Just jumping up.
Yeah, I'm
and
not
hitting
turning on the
people.
volume so you don't echo. So you
Yeah.
know.
But nah,
Let me-
this game right here got a lot of my money, yo. A lot of it.
Yeah,
A lot
this
of
game
hours
got a lot of
playing.
my money too. I used to play this shit in a 7-Eleven. We had a 7-Eleven that had these games in it, and I used to go up there and play it in a 7-Eleven. But when I got to the arcade in Hampton, I was putting quarters in that shit immediately.
Man, so in Hampton, there was 2 arcade. Well, I guess it is considered Hampton. So
Yeah,
they
there's
did.
New Market
Well,
and the one at the Coliseum.
New Market was the bigger one. That was like the
Mhm.
tilt one. They had the upstairs. You had to go upstairs
They
and
had
play
the
it.
upstairs with the carousel. The carousel was outside. I used to
Yeah.
go to that one. Yes.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time there, yo. But
Yeah.
one of my favorite video games, arcade games, and it came to Nintendo too, was Shinobi. I love Shinobi. Shinobi was probably one of the, because you the ninja, you jump in and throwing the stars and all
Mhm.
that stuff, and then in the middle of the
Mhm.
break, you had to hit the ninja jumping at you with the star and all that stuff.
Now
Yeah,
you talking about on the actual arcade or
both. The arcade was
I didn't
just
know
like
they had
Nintendo.
Shinobi on the arcade. Oh shit.
Yeah, that's when
Really?
I first played it in the arcade.
Oh shit. Because I knew it on the Nintendo, the regular NES. I remember it was on the
Nah,
NES.
Shinobi was on. It started off on the arcade game first, yo.
What? Get the fuck out of Yo, you know I gotta look that shit up now, yo. Give me a second, man. Shinobi
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the arcade? What?
Yeah, yeah.
Hold on. Let me see if this is. I'm gonna pull it up. You let me know if this is right. Shinobi
Arcade.
arcade game.
Yep. It looks exactly like the NES version of it, but
Okay. All right. I think I got something here. All right.
Yeah, I do remember the arcade game.
yeah.
All right, I think I got something. I think I got something. Give me a second. Got these damn commercials running real quick.
Yeah. Why you doing that though? Like this is how far me and Ollie go back, yo. And this is how bored we used to be. Not gonna say bored. We spent a lot of time together as teenagers, yo. Like I said. So me and Ollie played NBA Jam like all summer. We used to record the scores and all that shit. Like we played that shit for like a whole summer.
Mm.
NBA Jam's probably, and you know what? It's probably
NBA
one of the
Jams
best.
with the shit.
Yeah, it was fun as hell. Oh, this is my shit on
Mhm.
Shinobi, yo. I used to love that joint, yo.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the actual one that was in the arcade. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Damn. I ain't know.
Yep.
Oh, snap. That's what's up, man. Yeah, but NBA Jams, the first time I played NBA Jams was in New Market with New Market Mall. You know.
Yeah.
So that was the first time I played. Yeah, that game is just too good. Too
Yeah.
good. Did you have a particular favorite team?
Man, I played with my Pacers, but like I played with the Bullets too. On
The
there.
Washington Bullets?
Yeah. Yep.
What?
Played with them. Yeah.
I'm trying to think who was on the Bullets. I don't even remember who was on the Bullets.
Damn, bro. Who was on the
No,
Bullets?
I remember the Pacers had Reggie Miller. Was it Chris
And
Mullin?
Chuck Person.
Chuck Person.
Yeah.
They had the rifleman. I don't know who was on the Bullets back then.
I think it was Tom Gugliotta and somebody
my
else.
God.
I'm pulling it up, yo. And I'm pretty sure don't nobody know who Tom Gugliotta was, yo.
Yeah, he would be a good video
I
game
know
player,
that.
though. Just because, yeah.
Yeah,
He'd
it
be
was
a
Tom
good video game
Gugliotta
player.
and Harvey Grant, yo. Oh my gosh, so that team
Yeah, that's
sucked.
trash. That team. That's trash.
Yeah, but Tom Gugliotta used to give you buckets on there, yo. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't like when people play with the
Oh
Bulls,
man,
yo.
Golden State, yo. Chris Mullen
Golden
and
State, yeah.
Tim Hardaway. Yo, who?
Yeah. Yeah. Tom Gugliotta, NC State Wolfpack, yo. Just to give people buckets, yo. Yeah.
Yo, NBA Jams is a smart ass game, yo. I mean, 'cause when you got hot, you could, man, when you got hot, yo, it was
It was over,
it was
yo. You
on.
couldn't do nothing.
Yeah. Once
I
you
think
got
the
hot,
last
yo, that
time
ball.
we went to an arcade in Norfolk. I don't know if you remember Ollie. And me and Ollie was actually playing NBA Jams at the arcade at Waterside, yo. We got an adult.
Yeah, they had
arcade
they
out
had
there.
that one. They had the arcade for like adults. Yeah, that shit was fun.
Yeah.
I was my ass whipped on that game.
This brings back so many memories, yo.
No, yo. I'm watching it like, damn,
He's
yo.
heating
That
up,
be
my brother. I'm on fire.
yeah. Fire. Yo, it was one hell of a game, man. One hell of a game. Wow.
Yeah. Chuck said
Damn.
Houston. Oh, Houston was the cheat code on that joint too, yo.
Yo, who was
Cause
on
they had
first?
Hakeem Olajuwon
Oh,
and
what?
was it
Kenny Smith?
Kenny
Was he
Smith?
on there?
I
Kenny
think Kenny
Smith,
Smith. I
Kenny the
think he
Jet
was.
Smith.
I don't think it was
But
him, man. He won't get enough
this is
of
No,
that.
before he had the
It
broke
might be.
leg,
It
Kenny.
might be. It.
um,
This
I mean,
before
Ken
broke leg,
Smith won't
Kenny, because
never that
Kenny walked
good
like he
for
got
him.
bow leg now.
yeah, no, he got rickets, yo. He got an
Yeah,
old medieval.
he walked. He got it.
medieval
Yo, he
joint.
walk. He got that fucked up walk, yo. His
Yeah,
knees be clacking together, yo. I'm like, damn, Kenny, what happened, bro?
dog.
You
I'm
got
looking
this
at
shit.
the rankings of the teams. Yo, they had my Pacers
Yeah.
#1, yo. It was Reggie Miller and Detlef Shrimp, yo.
Yeah, y'all.
Oh,
Y'all
Yes,
that's a good team.
Stockton, Stockton and Malone,
And Malone, that's a good one. Yeah,
Sean
because you
Kent and
could.
Benoit Benjamin. Oh my goodness, yo. Yeah, Barkley and Dan Marley, Wilkins and Hawkins. I mean Stacey Ogman.
Yeah, they didn't have Jordan in the game, which sucked.
No,
They
he ain't
had
signed over his
B.J.
rights, bro.
Armstrong and somebody else.
They did have Kenny Smith. It was Hakeem and Kenny Smith.
You kidding me, Kenny
There you
Smith?
go. There you
Damn,
go. Well
that's a killer team right there, man.
Yeah, David Robinson, Sean Elliott. Yeah, the Pistons had Isaiah and Bill Laimbeer, yo.
Mhm.
Yeah. But no, NBA Jams, man, it had a lot of fun factor, yo. I think it was one of those first games where you can just play and you got to worry about
Yeah.
strategy. You just get down there, shoot, steal, all that stuff. You know, it wasn't like Lakers versus Celtics. You know what I'm saying? It was actually 5-on-5 and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
So this
yeah,
was
that
Dragon
kind of
Slayer.
yeah, I remember Dragon
You
Slayer.
guys remember this?
I do.
Mhm.
No. This game was
No, I
hard as
remember it.
shit.
Yeah, I'm. So I like the cut scenes better. The gameplay wasn't the greatest,
The gameplay was horrendous.
but the cut scenes
Absolutely
were
horrendous. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The gameplay was straight up the worst. I ain't gonna front. Because you couldn't really get through anything. Because you would try, but it would say you go left, and you still die. You go right, you still die. I was like, fuck, yo. But
yeah. But you know what's funny though? When you said go left, go right, I one of the funnest games out there had hardly any graphics, but I played it for hours, and I always died of dysentery every single time. Was Oregon Trail, yo, on my PC, yo. Like Oregon Trail, it was like a 64. I had a Commodore 64. Well, that's what it was called, Commodore 64.
we
Yeah, I think
forgot,
that was
Phoenix.
a
You
key.
had all the games.
I did, yo.
I didn't have shit. You had a Commodore 64. I don't even know what the hell that is.
It was like a
What is
gaming
that?
computer.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Damn.
And so the video games, like they came on a floppy disk. You know what I'm saying? So I had the Oregon Trail. Where in the World's Carmen San Diego. That's how I knew all the different type of shit was, like what cities were, like different
Right.
characteristics and stuff like that. But yeah, nah. Like
I've never heard of Oregon Trail.
I know Ollie's heard of
Never.
Oregon Trail. You've
Yeah,
heard of Oregon Trail, Ollie.
I used to play at the library.
Yeah.
That's like one of the only games you could
Wait
play
a
at the
minute.
library.
Is this it? I'm pulling it up. here. 'Cause
Yeah, it's
I had
words, yo.
no
It's
idea.
mostly words. You might see a wagon or some cattle, some shit.
I will say though, y'all got on this video game trip. Yo, I'm gonna be quiet. All the ladies love to chat. Y'all been talking about video games for 30 minutes.
I mean, you know how we do, yo.
You know how
Go
we
on
do.
tangents,
You know
yo.
how we do.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
can-
Go on
it's
tangents.
all
That's what
good.
this- that's what it's
It's all
about.
good. It's all good.
Whoops.
Yeah. We do have
So
a
this is
lady.
it.
Cola's on here. Cola's a lady, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
She
shout
is
out
a lady, yo. But now Oregon Trail, I mean, yes, that's it.
This it.
That's
Okay,
it.
I've never seen this before.
And you got to get to Oregon, yo. And you run into
Wow.
to Native Americans. You get some diseases. You got to buy shit. You got to buy cattle. All that stuff, yo.
Really? Yo, I'm totally lost here. But I can see how playing this back in the day, this is like a, one
It's
of
a
those
strategy game, yo.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah, I can see myself playing this for a long time. Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna spend a lot of time playing it. But Oregon Trail, yeah, because you get some
Never heard of that shit.
cholera, dysentery, all that shit, yo. It was crazy, yo.
Okay. Well, man, video games, man, is definitely have taken its. I mean, you just look at the stuff from the '80s all the way into to now. I mean, it's leaps and bounds with what it used to be.
Yeah,
Leaps and bounds.
yeah. I mean, I think part of it is, I mean, obviously technology, but like from people playing like ping, not what's it, pinball, those type of things, to board games to ping, to pinball to
Mm-hmm.
Pong,
Mm-hmm.
like on
Mm-hmm.
Atari and all that stuff.
Oh my
Like
God, yeah.
it video games found its home with Pong. And people, you go back and look at that shit, you just got a ball going back and forth. You just
Back and
trying, it's like
forth.
tennis. You know what I'm
But the
saying?
shit worked. That I think that's like one of the first major big video games, right? Pong. I think that's it. That and
I think that
what's
was
the
the
shit?
first
Ali.
one, if I'm not mistaken.
I used to play that motherfucking shit. Well, of course not. Of course not Pac-Man, but oh man, it's Pitfall. There you go, Pitfall. I think
Pitfall.
Pitfall was a
Look,
big one.
Atari
Yeah.
had. I remember I had so many Atari games growing up. Like Missile Command was one of my favorite ones, with the shit falling down to you, protecting the city from the shit falling down, the comets falling down,
I didn't have
asteroids.
that. I had
Um,
asteroids. I had
Motherfucking Burger
asteroids.
Time. Burger Time was my shit.
I ain't had Burger Time, man. How you get Burger Time, man?
Everybody
Fuck.
had Burger Time, yo.
I didn't have Burger Time, man. So this is crazy. This was the original. I'm about to pull it up. This is the original Pong off of Atari. This is crazy, yo. But this
Yeah.
shit blew the fuck up.
Cause you had the paddle that like had the knob on the joint, yo. So that shit was
Mhm.
kind of hard to, like, if you do it too fast, you had to get your touch on it.
Yeah. Yeah, you had to get it right. If you weren't right on Pong, you was fucked.
But it's crazy. You show this, now they got whole tennis icons like Rafael Nadal and Serena Williams on these video games now, doing that exact same shit
Yeah.
with all these graphics. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, they okay. Asteroids, Missile Command, Donkey Kong,
Mm-hmm.
Galaga, Frogger,
Mm-hmm.
Centipede.
Classics. Atari was on a run.
Definitely
They were on a
classic
really
game.
strong run. Those
Mhm.
like first, I guess 8 to 10 games. And then after that, I don't know what the fuck happened. But those
No, I
ones
mean
right there, like
they evolved,
Centipede.
yo. They had the Atari 2600, then they had the
Well,
5200 and 7200.
Atari was out strong for 2 years. I think three, maybe three. And then it collapsed because they didn't know how to continue to make games. Because once they made these games the first year, they didn't have anything else to come out any years after that. You had Pac-Man, you said Centipede, Space Invaders, Pitfall. A lot of those games came out in like the first year, but after that they struggled to have games. But I played this shit to death though, the Pac-Man. I played that shit to death though.
Yeah, no, definitely. I play all the time. I mean, Miss Pac-Man was my favorite though. I mean, Pac-Man was
That's your
good,
favorite.
but Miss Pac-Man was a shit, yo. Because the graphics were more vibrant, the boards were better. Like the first Pac-Man, you had the
That
same
must have been on
board,
the
it just sped up.
2600.
That's the
Uh,
2600.
yeah. Yeah, because the Pac-Man, they just got faster.
It
It's
just got
like so
faster.
fast. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. You couldn't even do shit afterward because they was just too
Yeah,
fast.
the Miss Pac-Man, you can get to different they had different
Miss
holes
Pac-Man
you can
was
go through,
good.
different boards and different fruit and all
Yeah.
that stuff. Yeah.
So what
Um
was your favorite Atari game? I mean,
oh, my easy Galaga.
Galaga?
Galaga
Let me
was
see
my
if they
shit,
had
yo.
Galaga on Atari. Now I remember
Yeah,
Galaga in the arcade, but I don't remember that much in the Atari.
definitely had it on Atari.
Oh
Definitely had it
yeah,
on Atari.
wow. It's a Galaga Atari 2600. Well, I'll
Hmm.
be damned.
Yep.
Shit, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta look at it this way too, yo. Like we spent, like, when the 2600 came out, like Galaga, I spent a lot of quarters on this in the arcade, but then when it came to Atari,
Mhm.
like you can get on a run, yo. Like, look at that, yo. It just
Yeah.
everybody did that, and then it
You,
gets
you had to have a
faster.
pattern. I'm sure there was a pattern to it. To
It was
like,
everything. You already knew which way they won't come out every time. They get
yeah,
faster.
yeah,
They come down
yeah.
faster. You had to get the double ships. You gotta let the dude at the top take you. Don't blow up the green and blue ones yet, so they can take your
Okay.
ship. So you get the double ship, and you can get busy with that. You
Oh,
can't get busy with a single ship, yo. Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
So yeah, you got this mastered. So I didn't know. Let them take you so you can get this. Oh, okay. So okay, that's smart.
oh
Okay,
yeah.
let this
See,
guy
like
take you right here. He ain't even
supposed to let him
going in the
take it.
thing.
No,
He
he
fucked up.
you picked the wrong person, yo. But everybody
Yeah.
knows that, yo.
Okay.
Everybody knows that. What was your favorite Atari game?
Well, it was just Pac-Man because honestly, I didn't get a lot of great Atari games. The Atari games I got were pretty bad, except Pac-Man and Asteroids. I did like Asteroids. That was fun. But I got a bunch of other Atari games that were just shit, like G.I. Joe and
Mm.
football. They weren't that good.
Football and basketball, yeah, those was horrible.
They weren't that good. They looked great on the cover, so you thought you was gonna do something. But when you actually played the game, I was like, is this really football? But it just was what it was. But look, I was a kid, just seeing it, just having a video game to me was just mind blowing anyway. Really, it
Yeah,
was. It was mind blowing. I played it to death, even though
yeah,
it didn't look like shit. But once the
yeah.
Nintendo came out with the 16-bit, 8-bit, or 16-bit, that was revolutionary. I mean, and I think from that point on, video games were never the same.
Nah, man, 'cause
What
they
was
gonna
your
build on
favorite
top of
Nintendo
it.
game,
Mm. Probably
or
Double
one of your
Dragon 2.
favorites?
Double Dragon 2 was
Double
probably
Dragon
one of my
2. Double
was
Dragon 2
probably
is
one of my
good.
favorite.
Double Dragon
Um,
2 is good.
and then
I would
obviously Tecmo Bowl.
I would say Tecmo Bowl, Mike Tyson's Punch Out, um, DuckTales.
I ain't playing no goddamn
Uh,
DuckTales, y'all.
Man, DuckTales was good. DuckTales was good. DuckTales. Ninja Gaiden or Gaiden. I don't know how you say it. That was a good one.
That made me get gray, yo. That game was so
Ninja
hard to
Gaiden.
play, yo.
It
Yeah,
was so hard. That was the first game that I actually played that had like a story to it on Nintendo. And you had to like really go through a story. It was long. It was a long game. Yeah, it was a long game. You said Double Dragon 2?
yeah. I probably got
Uh,
to reset my thing because Chuck just gave me Contra, yo. Contra probably was my favorite game.
ooh, Contra.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
Contra. I probably got the most. Because I think everybody tried to beat it with 3 men at one point. When you get to 30 men, you can beat that shit easy. But to beat it
Mhm.
with 3 men, you could do that. What was your favorite or some of your favorites? Oh,
Forward system.
a Nintendo. Well, go
Yeah,
Atari because you need to
but,
chime in
well,
on the
yeah,
Atari. Yo.
yeah. With the Atari,
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
used to River Raid, and the
River Raid was a
F1
good
game.
one.
Yeah, River Raid was my shit. And then they had F1, I think, like the racing game. I can't think of that damn name.
You are
It
right.
was
Pole
long.
position.
Pole position. There you go. Pole position. Post position was fun as fuck.
Mm.
I used to
Pole
play a lot of
position. Yeah.
pole position and River Raid. Nintendo. I'm trying to think the regular Nintendo because I didn't have a regular Nintendo, so I didn't really play the regular Nintendo. I didn't get like once we got the Super Nintendos because regular Nintendo I used to have to go to my neighbor's house. So we used to play Mike Tyson, whatever.
hmm
But
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and then I used to go to Telly house. Telly had a Nintendo. My cousin. But besides that, yeah, I didn't really play regular Nintendo too much. Like talking about it as far as the game.
hmm
I didn't have a regular Nintendo. I didn't get shit to Super Nintendo. Then I got like the Super Contras and all that shit, Star
Yeah.
Foxes and what have you. But yeah. But definitely pole position was my shit, yo. Pole
Pole
position and
position. That's a good pull right there.
Great game.
and
Yeah,
River
great
Raid.
game.
Those are my two.
That's a good pull.
Did
Good
y'all
pull.
get into Tetris? Valerie said Tetris was one of her favorite games. Did y'all
All
get
right,
into
so
Tetris?
I might gotta rescind Contra and go to Tetris. So I don't know. I got different. It depends on the genre. If it's an action, it's Contra. If it's sports, it's
Yeah.
probably Tecmo Bowl. If it's just a straight up game, Tetris. I
Hmm.
love Tetris, yo.
Yeah.
Love Tetris, yo. Um, and I just read not too long
It's the
ago that there was actually one person that actually beat Tetris, and the game locks up on you.
Really? I didn't even
Yeah,
know that was possible.
I didn't know it's possible too till I read it. It's like oh yeah, I used to love Tetris, yo. I never started off on level 1. You always start off on like 7 or 8.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? But the
I was
Tetris
so
document,
bad
I,
the
at
Tetris
I,
Tetris.
movies
I
are
was
good
real
too.
good at Tetris, but honestly, I remember Phenom, you had the Game Boy. I used to play your shit all the time
Yeah,
because
it
I
had
didn't
the
have
Tetris
a
on the Game Boy.
I was really good at Tetris, so I was really. I'm actually
Man,
still
Yeah.
so
good.
he
I'm
waiting for
still
that
good.
long what you call
I'm,
it?
I'm still good at Tetris. I used to play
This is
Yeah.
Candy
Tetris
Crush before
in
Candy Crush, yo, for real.
my robotics class. We used to
This
be able to
motherfucker
play some
killing it,
games.
yo.
We used to play Tetris a lot.
Mhm.
I used to fuck Tetris up.
Did y'all ever play Dr. Mario?
I did. I didn't like it because I couldn't do it because Tetris
Dr.
was hard for
Mario was
me.
Dr. Mario was the shit because me and my sister used to play that shit all the time. We still play it to this day on the Switch. So she can play
Hmm.
it in her crib down in the Tidewater, and I can play
Hmm.
up at my crib. But I used to love Dr. Mario because you do something and it'll drop medicine on the other person's screen and fuck them all up, yo. It was like
Yeah.
real, what I'm saying, battling on that stuff. You had to kill the viruses and stuff like that, yeah. So I got a question for you because like this kind of piggybacks off of the graphics changing from like Pong, but uh the sports genre of video games because you had the wrestling games that evolved to a
Yeah.
level that of nobody seen. Madden is like real. You got to be able to play real football, read defenses, and all that stuff now.
Yeah.
2K, the graphics is like the players look like the players, and the gameplay is harder and more intuitive. Like you got to use all the buttons on the controller because the Atari had one button, Nintendo had 8 buttons or something like that, and then now PS5 and Xbox got like 20 buttons. You got to know how to control everything on. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
do you play the wrestling games now?
Oh hell yeah! I got a wrestling game right now. I'm playing WWE 2K24 right now,
Yeah, my
and
son plays it a lot,
this
yo.
shit is
Pro
is
wrestling. Oh my
good, yo.
goodness, yo. Pro
Yeah,
wrestling was
this
my
was the
pick,
shit,
yo.
yo. Pro wrestling?
Starman.
Yes, yes. This is taking it back right here, man. I mean, this is pro wrestling. Let me go back because let me go back a little bit because he won
Well, I
that
would say
match kind
this
of
though,
fast.
because uh, when the Nintendo 64 came out, man, that it made a lot of us didn't graduate on time because of that device, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Between what was a wrestling game we played? It was a WCW game, wasn't it?
It was WCW versus NWO. I think that's what
Yeah,
it was, which
we spent a
was
lot of time on that shit.
that was revolutionary. That was on Super Nintendo, I think.
Nah, it
So
was
let me
on
see.
the GameCube or Nintendo 64. It was on 64. It was on Nintendo
Yeah,
64.
Yep, Nintendo 64. Let me see because that shit was hot. That had that was really a good wrestling game. That was a really good wrestling game. Yeah. And WCW versus NWO. I think this is it.
Yeah. So they had that.
I love
Um,
that game.
we used
You
to be
had
at
Diamond
that
Dallas
joint
Page
Barrett.
in it,
Yeah.
Goldberg.
I was a four people
Uh
playing at the same time, yo.
yeah, man, that game was fun, yo. We missed a lot of class sometimes playing that goddamn game.
Yeah.
I mean, that game was fun. I think this is it. This doesn't quite seem like the one we played. No, this is not it.
I know another fun thing, we used to have like the Madden in the live seasons. That was always fun having like 20 cats playing Madden in
Mm.
the season and NBA Live and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, we used to have tournaments. People would pick their teams at the beginning of the. Yo, it got competitive in that because if you didn't make your day that you were supposed to play, people would simulate your game and you would have to
Yeah.
take the L if your simulation came or not.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy, yo.
And if you had a computer game, you couldn't play the computer without nobody in the room to make sure you ain't restarting all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah, it was
Yep.
standing room only in that joint, yo.
Yeah, it was big time serious. It was big time. Yeah, this is the game that we used to play.
That's it.
Yeah. Man, this game was crazy.
But WWE
It
had
was
a
intense.
good one too, yo. because the WWE one leveled up this game, but nah, that's Big Papa Pump. Is that
Yeah,
Big
that's
Show?
Big Papa Pump right. Yeah, that looks like Big Show right there. I don't know who these other guys are. Let me see if they got other folks in here. Let's see if I play something else.
Yeah. Ollie, did you play this or you just watched? I don't know.
I don't play this. I don't know. I don't even remember this game, honestly.
Oh my
Well,
God.
I didn't do wrestling. I didn't really do wrestling games.
No, I know you played Madden and live.
Live. Like honestly, I mean, I don't play games right now. Like there's only a few games I played back then. So
Yeah.
I can't act like I was
obviously GoldenEye.
yeah, I can't act like I was like a super video game head. So I only play certain ones, and I don't play no games right now. Like I'm like the odd man out. Like even at my job, I work in tech, and everybody all they do is game and just talk about games. I don't have no idea what the fuck they talk about.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard for game when you got kids hogging your shit, yo. Like I was
No,
out the game for a minute, yo.
It ain't that.
You should have had a passion.
They got kids and they game like shit.
Oh, for real?
I mean, yeah, they got. I mean, because they take that shit serious. They do like. I mean, when they don't play consoles, they play PCs. So, I mean, when they do have consoles, or they be like, "Yo, we good on this," but I mean, the serious shit is the PCs. But yeah, I just don't.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm not a gamer.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like I play Madden and college football.
Madden's definitely changed. There's no way like it was back in the day. Like now, it's big.
You gotta be have some football acumen, yo.
Yeah. You play a
Because
franchise. You gotta pick certain players.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure you get your team right. You're recruiting. I mean, it really it's crazy. I'm gonna pull up Madden 2K24. This is nothing like Tecmo Bowl was back in the day, because Tecmo Bowl was the shit.
Yeah, it's crazy how like the graphics on Madden changed, the gameplay, and the gaming industry done changed so much, man. They making millions of dollars, yo. This guy named Henry. He just plays Madden. He's a millionaire. He's 22, 23 years old. Just beating cats in Madden. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, why are you pulling that up? Did y'all ever play the Mario Party games?
Mario Party. No, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I play Mario Party again. That's what I was gonna say. I do. That's the one game because no one plays them and can't. Like we play the Mario Party games.
Yeah, Mario Party.
What is Mario Party about? What's that?
It just has a lot of different games, like contests. Like basically you on this like big like Candyland board or Monopoly board type shit. You got to kind of make it to the end. You got spins, like you compete, like you basically compete and shit. Like
you just complete like little shit, like a little race or something, or like you said, you might have to hit something. You might have to just do something. It's like little competitions,
right?
Yep. See, Valerie's easily becoming one of my favorite people, yo, because that's my motto, yo, right here. Don't take it easy
on the kids either. Yeah.
They gotta learn how to lose, yo. Absolutely, yo.
Hell yeah,
gotta do it, yo. I mean, and Mario Party is a real fun game, even as adults. If you played it with, like, if we had like a game night and adults played, it would be super competitive. It's not an easy game to play. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's still, you gotta have a technique, you gotta complete stuff. And a lot of the party games are fun. You know what I'm saying? Like they have like Mario Party like 10 or something shit. Nah, that shit been out for a long time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
I've never heard of Mario Party. That's my first time
but
hearing.
You didn't have any kids back
Nintendo
then.
64. No,
it was on Super Nintendo. Me and my sister used to play it back in the day.
I didn't know it back then. We played on Switch.
Yeah, it was back in the 90s, Mario Party.
Chuck McDaniel. Anybody remember Cyberball? Never heard of that game before.
Absolutely. That's the robots playing football, yo.
Oh, hold on. Let me pull that up.
It was in the arcade. and then it came to the consoles, yo. It was the
Let me
cyber
see.
ball.
Let
The
me see.
ball was like a round ball, but it was like a football. You could hit them and blow them up and all that stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm seeing it
I think I
now.
do
Wait a
remember
minute.
that. I do remember that game.
I'm gonna pull up. Let me see if it jogs, because this really does sound familiar. Because I remember the one football game that was called Blitz. Now I remember that one. That was kind of
NFL
like
Blitz.
wrestling and football. Yeah, NFL Blitz. It was, let's see. Let me see if this is rings a bell here. Let me open this up.
Yep, the cyber
Yeah.
ball, yo. The ball comes out the ground and shoots over there, and you ain't running. You kind of gliding. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
You can
Hey,
you can hit them
man.
and blow them up and all that stuff. Yeah, you had to pick.
Yeah,
It was basically Tecmo Bowl with robots, yo.
with robots. Wow. Look at that.
Yeah,
Okay.
a lot of frustration with
I'm
that
learning
game.
something new every day, yo, even with video games, even with video games. Okay, not bad at all. Well, look, I mean, we could go on probably longer, but we kind of get to that 2 hour mark. So, what do you want to do, Phoenix man? You want to keep going? I mean, we may have to have a whole nother discussion on nostalgia with video games and all
Oh yeah, I
this
mean
other
the
kind of
evolution
stuff.
of it. I mean the evolution of video games is just like we could talk forever on that,
Absolutely,
yo. Yeah, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
we really
You
could,
know,
because there's so much out there. What it's like, first video game came out in 1983. So it's a long time. It's a long time. It's like 40
yeah,
years worth of stuff that we could talk about with every video game that's coming out through the years, and it's a
yeah. I
lot.
mean,
It's
because
a
we,
lot.
we we like I say, I always say we grew up in probably the best era
Hmm.
for evolution
Hmm.
of technology and stuff like that.
I
You
would
know what I'm
agree.
saying? Because we've seen the video game from the beginning to what it is now. We still can kind of play it and kind of pay attention to it. You know what I'm saying? Like my
Yeah.
son, I can watch him play like the WWE game all day. Like
Oh man,
the
yes.
graphics is crazy. But even the role playing games, they so like the cut scenes are like movies. Like the gameplay
Hmm.
is not even a lot of gameplay. It's more of the cinematic experience of watching the cut scenes and the dialogue and stuff like that. Like
Yeah,
you
I
can actually
agree.
go to YouTube and it'll cut out all the gameplay and just show the whole dialogue for the whole video game.
Hmm.
That's how it's changed so much. So
Yeah, because that's what a lot of people do. They'll just combine all the cut scenes. You can just see the story
hmm
without the gameplay. That's how I was able to actually, that was how I got through The Last of Us, because I
yeah,
was playing it myself, but it was such a long game. I was like, fuck that. Let me watch somebody else play it, and then I watched the cutscenes. I was like, oh shit. So that's how I was able to get, through that. But
yeah.
video games, man, it's a whole monster, yo. It's a whole nother monster beast, but I love it, yo. I play 2K24 right now, loving it. The game is
hmm
just freaking fantastic.
Absolutely,
It
yo.
really is. Well, look, man, we appreciate everybody hanging on here. Julesy, Vince, Chuck. Let me continue going here. Valerie, as always. Cola was on here. No, she's on here still, but Justin, Mary. You got a dogs, 1990. Justin Johnson. Thank you guys for just hanging with us this whole time. It's been really good, man. It's been really good conversation. Look, we're gonna keep doing this every Wednesday around 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be back next week to just talk about whatever's going on. You know how we do, man. We just gonna get on here and just kind of kick it.
Yeah.
Anything else, Phenom, before we end this joint?
Nah. Interesting conversation, yo. Like it just like I love nostalgia. I love going back and talking about what made us happy at that time.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? It's and a lot of people like from the comments, they get that feeling too. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Whether it's
Absolutely.
the movies, the video games, the music, or just experiences in total, yo. It's like it's
Yeah.
always good to build this community, yo. So let's keep it going.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I
It
agree.
is. It
Hey,
is.
All right.
And
MCAT
Impact.
got the best thing, yo. There you
I
go.
know, Corey said, fuck Ollie. We'll do NCAP and take care of people and vote. Let's go. All right.
Yo, straight up. We got to
Civic
do
duty.
that.
You got to do it.
Yes, please rock that vote.
All
Thank you
right.
guys so much, man. We are out of here. See you next week. Peace.
Yep.
Peace.
I'm gonna play some video games for y'all.